Man.
We're live now. For everybody watching, thanks for joining our watch along. This is the Chelsea Man City watch along. Start Data, thanks for hopping on our watch along. Yeah, he's here with his beautiful daughter and Idris, the rant man. Thanks for joining our live watch along. Idris, how are you doing?
Thanks for having me.
Can you increase your volume, Idris? It looks like your volume is slightly low of where you are. Idris stream is breaking. This is your Canadian internet, Idris. You need to sort it out.
A boot time to get it fixed.
Can you hear me? Is it better?
It's jump in and jump out. Let me see. It's kind of breaking. Go in and come out. I'm trying to come back in.
Yeah, I think
I heard that typically helps. There, is it possible you can move your landscape?
Let me see.
Yeah, it's better.
How about now?
Perfect. Obrigado.
I'll get it for you. Hold on. There you go.
We already have comments flying in from Johan who says, Mr. Dada is just hailing you. Dada, you have fans already.
What's good, bro? What's good?
Arsenal fan here says Canada internet is like that. Wow.
It runs on maple syrup and peas.
Maple syrup. That's why it's drawing. Maple syrup. Maple syrup.
It runs on syrup.
Okay, let's add Idris back. Idris, you're back on.
Hey, can you hear me now? Is it better?
Yeah, this is better. Apparently, they say Canadian internet runs on maple syrup. Is that true, Idris? This guy, Johannes already said you can see his comments. It says Canada internet is like that.
Oh my God, I can't see.
They need to fix it. I think it is based in Canada, if I remember.
Who?
Johannu, the Johannu guy. He's an Arsenal fan, John.
Oh no! Johannu is. I don't know.
You don't know. Somebody says rich people vibes. You see?
I know who that is. I know who that is. Is Akoni.
That's Akoni, right?
It's Akoni. I'm so sure.
Yeah, it has to be.
That's his.
Rich people vibes. Let's talk about lineup. Let's jump in. Let's talk about lineup. Yeah, let's no more do vibes. So Chelsea lineup is Kepa, Cesar Spuletta, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, James or James, depending on what part of the world you are. Jorginho, N'Golo Kante, Chilwell, Ziyech, Werner, Mount. Man City is Zach Steffen, Mendy, the vibes chairman, Mendy, Ruben Diaz, Aymeric Laporte, Cancelo, Rodri, Fernandinho, Kevin De Bruyne, Torres, Sterling, Gabi, Jesus. So it looks like it's a rotated lineup. Let's start with Dada. Since Dada was here first, Dada, what do you think about lineup?
I like it. I like the lineup. As we're saying, coaches do this all the time. They keep I'm guessing it's keeping Kepa to be consistent with the FA Cup. So Kepa has been playing FA Cup, which makes sense to me for two reasons. One, every game is played. I think we've kept a clean sheet, except one under Tuchel, or maybe it's kept a clean sheet. So I think ultimately we know Kepa is the second string goalkeeper. We're going to sell him at the end of the season, or maybe loan him somewhere. So this is an attempt to, increase his value while simultaneously trying to reduce whatever damage may come from it. So that makes sense to me. I'm fine with it. Another change is CH coming in, which is good.
Okay.
CH is at decent form. Some games, she said that. Some games, sorry, yeah.
That's fine. It's fine. You can.
Cool. Yeah. So some games with
Yeah, it's happening.
Sorry, guys.
Fatherhood challenges.
All right, cool. So can you guys hear me right now? Yeah. So some games, CH has done okay. So I'm fine with that as well. Honestly, I don't have any comments with the lineup. Can't say you know what you're gonna get. My slight issue is Timo and the only reason why I say slight issue is you're not going to get as much chances with City. So you need someone that's going to give you a higher conversion factor. And I mean, it's no surprise Idris and I we don't get along on Chelsea topic. But actually, this is one of those games that I might have preferred Tammy in place of Werner, just because you're not going to get a lot of chances. You need someone that's going to convert for you. So that is my only concern with this game. I'm cautiously optimistic. I think it's going to be. Funny enough, I see this game going to PKs. Actually, I see it going to PK or extra time. That's my take on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bucci has joined. Bucci, thanks for joining us.
Hi guys.
Join the live stream. Idris. So let's first talk about comments before I go to Idris. Someone says, Dada got jokes, made Pussy up, got me. I wish you guys fun. All of you in the comments, if you're watching this live stream, please jump on our YouTube channel, Foodie Fantasy. I'm going to put it now so that it's going on there. Like, subscribe, share. Dada got jokes, maple syrup. Yep, that was the response. Someone says Kepa Olori Buruku. I feel like that's Idris Bona account. Idris, I feel like you're done typing this while being on here. I feel like I did better.
I am not a burner account. That is not.
Let's move on. Next person says, I'm not basically I live in California. Joanne, sorry, let me just go through all the comments quickly. Then I'll pass it on to you to talk about lineup. So we start. So everybody is a big fan of Dada's little daughter for sure. No. She's very cute. Someone says Agbaya. Okay, cool. Okay. Last comment says Timo hat-trick. Okay.
Timo hat-trick.
We'll see. We'll see that after. Okay, Idris, take it away. Thoughts about lineup very quickly. Idris, thoughts about lineup?
The lineup is a solid lineup, honestly, and Kepa is our cup competition goalie, and it only makes sense that he starts and plays. So yes, I'm actually trying to switch where I'm actually dialing in from, so I might have to pass and for you to go to Gucci so I can get my connection properly.
Okay, no problem. Gucci, you're neutral in this one. What are your thoughts about the lineup?
There's nothing new. I'm actually surprised he went with Kepa, given Mendy's record. There's nothing surprising from Chelsea. This is probably his strongest lineup minus maybe Pulisic. But this is normally what he goes with. With City, same thing. Only say what happened with Mahrez. Is he saving him for other games? Or is Mahrez injured?
No, it's on the bench. Mahrez is on the bench.
So I'm surprised, but I still think it's a good game. It's a good squad team. I mean, and I think City are still favorites.
Okay, so let's do a prediction. Let me get yours. Then I'll go to Dada. What's your prediction? Bucci, what's your prediction for the game?
My prediction for the game is 2-1 City.
2-1 City. Okay.
Yeah.
Idris.
Is it better? Can you hear me?
Way better. Way better.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's
yeah.
Fine.
So yeah. You were asking me a question.
Yeah. What is the first talk about lineup? What do you think about lineup? Then also prediction. What's your prediction?
The lineup is good aside from my kid Tammy, and I think Dada and I have already gone off on this on the other group chat, and I have my own reservations about it. But the coach has to do what's right, what's the best interest of the club anyway. Sentiments aside, which most of my points will be literally based on sentiments. So, but then again, when you actually look at the team in itself, it's a very solid team. I mean, for team chemistry, for what he's been doing in terms of managing the team up until where it is, it only makes rational sense to continue with what the formula that works for him. Now, do I expect there to be goals with this team?
You mind flipping to landscape, Idris?
Do you want me to landscape it?
Yeah, let me see. Better, perfect,
perfect, much better. Yeah. So, so for me, do I actually think that there'll be goals? I don't see it coming from the forwards, right?
There's a problem with your sound.
There's one your sound. I think that thing, yeah.
Is it
the stream is working perfectly, it's not breaking, but your sound has this talk, let me hear you. Keep talking.
Is it muffling?
Yeah, it has this. Maybe it's the thing.
Static. I think it's the earpiece. Just give me a second. I'll just take it off.
It's clear now. It's working now. It's clear. It was clear just for a minute there.
Oh really? Then it's
yeah.
I don't know what's going on today. I don't know what's going on today. Yeah. So I'll go ahead with this. But if it has a problem, let me know and I'll just take it off.
But yeah, I think you take it off. It's choppy. It's choppy again. I start hearing it again. Yeah, just take it off.
Yeah. I'll just take it off. Sorry. I rather. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
So who do you guys think is going to win? Buchi?
Can you guys hear me clearly?
City. I think City will win.
You think City?
I think so.
Which is said 2-1.
2-1 City.
Let's get your prediction. Then we'll go to you, so I just can finish his thoughts.
Shit, I think 1-1 and it goes to penalty and Chelsea takes it.
Idris, finish your thoughts about lineup, then prediction.
No,
First up, prediction, then lineup.
I'll wrap up real quick on lineup. I think it's a solid lineup in all honesty. It's just I don't personally have faith in Timo's form, but saying that again, this is a perfect game for him where he gets to run behind the lines. He's rotating, but they have a first and second team that can literally win the Premier League. So it's almost like and they have a system of play, so it's almost like a plug and play for them. In regards to who will win, in my own opinion, man, Tuchel the guy's a genius, man. Like, the guy has found a way to stifle teams and manage games, and even with suspect players, you know what I mean. So I feel that's one thing I think since Ancelotti, since Antonio Conte, first season Antonio Conte, I don't think we felt that kind of calm in terms of like things are like calm, even if we're not scoring.
And also too, sorry, Chelsea needs this more than they do.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah, I think we need. City's on track to win the league. They're in the final of the League Cup, so they have more probability of winning the title than we do. I think realistically, this is our only chance at winning. This is our highest probability of winning the title. So I feel like we really need this more than they do. That's my.
I support that in this actually, because for me, honestly, in the last 2 seasons, I won't say last 2 seasons, even up to like Sarri's time, I'd almost literally, titles per se. I know a lot of like Chelsea fans, very, very, with Chelsea, man, we win. It's a big thing. I could see like we needed some structural changes rather than buying and just flipping through coaches and stuff. But it is what it is, right? Like, I support that. I saying we need it. In my opinion, I just thought finishing top 4 and securing top 4, then with Tuchel on hand to literally, guide the team, for me was a win in any way.
Okay, prediction.
I think it's like a 2-1. I want Chelsea to win, but I fear City will blunt our attack. So
okay,
yeah,
2-1. Okay, I predicted Chelsea to win a couple of weeks ago. With this rotated lineup now that Chelsea has and City has, I think City wins 1-0. I'm changing my mind. I thought if Chelsea had gone full strength, I would have been more confident. But with this rotated lineup, I think City wins 1-0.
Who would have you liked to see in the Chelsea lineup that would have convinced you that would win?
Kovacic. Kovacic is very critical to Chelsea play.
Yeah,
Kovacic is very critical. In progressing the ball, in carrying the ball.
Yeah,
he's very critical. Yeah, he's injured. I know.
Yeah.
And then also, I'm not confident about Kepa. Also, to add that to it, I'm not confident.
Kepa,
I feel like Mendy
Kepa has improved. Kepa has improved.
Yeah, improved. Okay.
He has improved. Yeah, because if you look, me, I was a Kepa basher straight up. I have no sympathy for certain things he was doing last season, even not this season. But there was some.
I don't think Kepa has really improved though. But I think that that's more to do with Chelsea is just not conceding that much shots than we used to.
Okay. That's true.
Fair enough. But if you look at the last FA Cup game that he played, even the Premier League game he played, he was called up on, and there were just some shots that back before we knew this was going in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
that's fair.
And yeah, and this
Don't
time.
Pick this comment. Sorry to interrupt you. Don't pick this comment.
No,
Chukwuebuka says, Shebi, you show the match. Really, bro? How are we going to show the match? We don't want to be picked up on illegal streaming, sir. This is a watch along. We're just talking about the game. We're not showing any game. Someone says you are parking the bus. That's why you guys are not conceding shots. Okay, Joanne, Arsenal fans says,
yeah,
just
that's an
parking
Arsenal
the bus.
fan. That's not true. That's not true. It's not true.
But if we should talk about, I mean, we're not parking the bus, definitely not. But if we talk about the formation we're playing and how it really helps in stifling chances and exposure of the back three or even the goalkeeper, it's honestly worthy to mention.
I think what Chelsea just does well now under Tuchel is you don't give your opponent breathing room. You just don't give them a lot of time to, if they're going to counter you, you reduce your space. And that was what was horrible about Lampard, was just space.
That guy had
was like Nasa, man. They give you space for days.
That guy was Nasa. Good one. I like
you guys midfield were. You guys midfield was like a I-10. It was like a highway.
Man, you just getting
there was just so much space.
But you know what's funny about it, which is kind of sad, and I still think it has to do with personality and growth, because we've all done something Lampard has done when we were like either leaders or managers at a younger age. And hindsight is 2020. You can say he was not ready for the job. When you think, okay, he took us to fourth, he took us to finals of this same competition, but then he did everything every Chelsea guy asked for, which was be flexible and use all the players to the best maximum. You know what I mean? Then he got all the spending budget, and his brain just went out the window. And you're like, guy, and I remember
lack of experience.
You know that, yeah.
There
was something he said in the press conference that I did not believe he, of all people, who grew up in a football family, who was also talked to that he wasn't anything when he was in West Ham, repeating the same things as a coach, saying when he had the Alonso issue, he was saying he will never play a 3-back. That's not who we are. And I'm like, guy, I don't think that's what this is about. You do have to figure out things. The solution was in front of him, and when he couldn't score, right, he just seemed to lose every track. That was the moment to switch up. Like, okay, you're not getting what you're getting, but they're catching you on the counter. Switch it up. You understand? And what the Tuchel come makes Alonso look like freaking Maradona. Like, seriously, like it was that for me was a verdict for me on Lampard's personality rather than even any other thing. He might be extremely intelligent, but right there is a very serious flaw.
I think pressure. That's like people underestimate is pressure plays a key part in these things, and that's why I give coaches a lot of credit. There's a big difference between managing at Derby and managing at
Chelsea.
You do not, a player Derby might get a running with the law, like get pulled over by the police or something like that, and it won't even make serious news. But the player for Chelsea might come late to training, and the manager has to answer about it in the next press conference. And that's the problem this guy has had, I think, in Chelsea was the pressure.
Nice. Flags up. Oh,
it might be on. It might be on. They are going to look at it. It might be on.
Oh,
we'll just wait.
They looked at it.
Yeah, they did. They didn't even need to. It was that clear.
It was clear. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty off.
Yeah. So what happened to Lampard last season was Lampard did not have pressure. But that's what I think. That's the difference between last season and this season. And this season had pressure in two forms. One was pressure from the virus. You see, the virus was really bad because it made players, player availability a problem. You had to manage that. You had to play more games in a shorter while, which made the problem worse. And then people expected more from Lampard this time around.
Yep.
Hey,
That's a
Bucci,
big difference.
Bucci,
Big difference.
Bucci.
Mhm.
Let me ask you guys a question though that no one kind of touched on. Last season, on paper, where should that Chelsea team have finished on paper?
Fifth, sixth, seventh.
Six,
On
seven, right?
paper,
Yeah,
yes.
6-7.
Fifth,
So
sixth,
and then
seven, yes.
we finished fourth.
Yes.
We had a little bit of luck from Leicester City
Dropping
slumping,
out.
right?
Mhm.
So I'm not taking anything away from Lampard though. Please, by no means, I'm not taking anything from Lampard. But I'm just saying, like, when we ended up finishing was not too far off from what you might have expected from that team. But not taking anything away from him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's not on par with the Leicester miracle or what West Ham is doing.
Yeah,
You get what I'm
but
saying?
if you compare him to what I might call his, people in the same, his peers, his mates, Ole and what's his name, Rogers of Leicester, who finished around the same area, they improved. They kind of like ease that pressure compared to him. And so what
So,
happened was once you get somewhere, people don't want to ask you how you got there. It'll be a case of you're here now, so we expect you to be here.
Correct.
I
so
think
That's true.
the expectations changed for him.
But yeah, I wanted to add
Let me
something.
pick comments.
I,
Let me jump in and pick comments. Sorry. Someone says I'm a Chelsea fan for the next 2 hours. I assume that's a United fan, I think, or Liverpool fan.
probably
Joanna
a
says
United fan.
yeah, I won't say the United fan. Joanna says offside. When I
Oh,
was
is there a
off, yeah.
lag? Is there a lag? Because that was a while ago.
No, there's no lag. I just didn't pick the comments because
Oh, I
I just
got
let
you.
you guys talk. Yeah.
Oh,
Chelsea has to stop Pep Apocalypse. They have to save the world of football.
why didn't you
Pep
just say
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse?
That's a good one. That's a good one. Whoever came with that, that's a good one. Whoever you are, please push your name. And guys, if you are doing this, please jump on the YouTube also. Share, like, subscribe to our content. Someone is about to talk. I cut somebody off.
no,
Let's just-
no, it's okay. I was gonna piggyback off what Dada was saying, and fine. I appreciate the fact that he was. I mean, it's a more logical conversation, rational conversation. I mean, like he's saying, when you think about where we were actually predicted to be at with the situation we're on with Lampard and the squad and the inexperience of the manager, we didn't really fall too
Yep.
far apart, right? But then you have to look at the people he bested for the fourth, and I'm glad he said he did not take anything away from him. Because if you remember, we used to joke when even Sarri, who was far more experienced, in my opinion, and also I believe Sarri had the same issue too, in the sense of like the pressure was so much on him too as well, on making sure he finished. But if you also look at it, I think top six was so fluid. You know what I mean? That it's been like that for the last 3-4 seasons. Now, for me,
Yep.
the only thing I honestly think was the downfall of Lampard, in my opinion. He can be intelligent, can be whatever.
Is that what I think you're on mute, Idris.
I'm on mute.
Maybe he
Okay,
might
you're
have
back.
gotten distracted by the game.
Oh, sorry. For me, I was saying like the inexperience kicked in,
That's true.
and in my own opinion, like I'm glad it happened to him now in his first job. I honestly see him coming back to Chelsea in the future, but like he does need he had some very serious things to learn with actually the pressure and what's expected of him.
I also think man management also, and maybe that's linked to the experience. His man
Yeah.
management when the pressure came on was very suspect, and I flagged
He
it straight away.
broke.
Yeah, I flagged it even from the first season when he was doing it. I was like, the only thing that concerned about Lampard was man management. That coming out and like bravado, that was his blind spot. That bravado, kind of throwing players under the bus, trying to do the whole, the player should. Yeah, we know the player should take responsibility. Everybody knows that. But your job as a manager is to like ease that pressure. To be like a relief valve. Ease that pressure away from the players and come. Even though you're going to, go into the dressing room and go into them. When you're in public, your job is to manage that process. Don't come out and start the pressure from public because then you're going to lose the player. It's
but
inevitable.
look at Lampard's background, though. I mean, everything always came easy for him.
Yep, I know.
Like, let's be honest.
There are articles about this.
Yes. Yes.
Are you under that? Why did you say it comes?
So the reason why I said, if you look at his play career, right, the guy always had he had Harry that was fighting for him at West Ham. He came to Chelsea. He joined Chelsea at one of the best times to ever join Chelsea. Things were stable. When he retired to Man City. Like when he started his coaching gig, he didn't have to go through the rigmarole that a lot of people have to go through.
That's the part I agree with. Actually, Dada.
I mean,
the coaching part. That's the part I agree with. I don't know.
Especially on the coaching part. Especially on the coaching part. He got the Derby job right away.
Yeah, right? So phone call. It was based on phone call.
Yeah, I know he played for his uncle. He played on his uncle, Lampard.
Yes, that's true. West Ham. Yep.
But okay, can I bring another school of thought?
Okay, go ahead.
Which is the same person that said he had his uncle who was pushing out for him. He turned out to have a better career than the people. You remember that famous press conference?
That interview gives me goosebumps every time I watch it.
Like, it's crazy. It's just like, wow. But he had the opportunity, he took it. I don't think it was easy for him, because I think that would be like, okay, because there's a reason why I'm trying to say this.
Well, it was easier for him than a lot of other coaches. As
a coach, was easy for him. That one, I'll die on that hill.
As a coach, I'm not going to.
As a player, it's debatable. Yeah, but as a coach, I can't think of.
As a coach, I can even go Malcolm X on that, but let's not do that on the live stream.
Yeah. I can't think of any coach in recent time that has gotten that kind of promotion.
Yeah.
In recent
Clarence Seedorf.
Who?
AC Milan. Clarence Seedorf, AC Milan. Pep Guardiola.
Oh, Seedorf. Yeah, Seedorf.
Pep is different.
Andre Pirlo.
No, Pep is different.
Pep is different.
Pep went to Mexico because
I'll explain now.
Because he has achieved.
No. I think people forget that immediately retired, right? Pep went to Mexico and was coaching. He was coaching already in Mexico. Like he was already understudying. He coached for a couple of years. Yeah, people don't know that he did that. He was coaching youth teams in Mexico. He was traveling. Pep was a coach. He coached 2 years before he coached.
Bielsa.
Correct. Yes, he went and went to that Bielsa. He also did. They now went and coached the B team for a year and a half, and then they moved him to Pep was coaching for at least 4 or 5 years before he got that Barcelona job.
Fair enough.
This is why I'm looking at this game. This game just feels like a game there's only one goal that's going to decide it. It just feels like that. The way both teams play, they keep the ball well.
It's a tactical battle. It's a tactical battle, right?
It's risk management.
It changes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's too early.
The
one mistake unravels everything.
That's true. I just feel like both teams, right? They've left a chunk of their players who are very good at breaking games and taking risks. They've left a lot of their risk takers, the people that can beat men on dribble, all of that. So that's what I think.
But Wood, on Chelsea's part.
Sorry, let me say this quickly. It's about this. You see that chance Ziyech had one-on-one with Ruben Diaz.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's the thing I don't get. In that position, there's nothing else to do but take that guy on and try and go for a goal. Why you doing into an area with 4? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what Mahrez will not do. That's the difference.
Yes.
Not like Mahrez is taking that person on and going.
But we don't have. But wait, we don't have 100% CH right now, though. That's why. Right.
I agree with what that I say.
Yeah.
I know it. I don't want to be like the copper for the last manager, even Sarri first year. It's like we've not really had the manager that has been there and blended with these guys for a very significant point of time. Like it's this
guy's been there long enough to blend.
That's the thing too. Even we as Chelsea fans, we are very toxic. Small time now, any small inconvenience, we don't cover.
Who has been there long enough to blend? Kuchi?
Huh?
Who has been there long enough?
Players.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you mean.
The players.
Yeah. There's been a lot of turnover in Chelsea in the past 3 years.
In terms of what, like coaches or manager?
Players, the squad.
Players.
You have had a new
turnover,
goalkeeper.
though. I want more of transition. I won't say turnover.
Yeah, but that's the transition is turnover. I'm talking about
Not
people
really.
leaving the first team.
Turnover is you go from 100% of your squad to 20. I think we've gone from like 90, 70, kind of like that. VAR should look at that though. VAR should look at that.
That last
The
season we
boots.
went. That last season was a significant turnover. Even
Yeah,
Cyrus said
but it was needed though. It was needed.
Yeah.
Like
No, I'm saying like if you look at how many players
yeah, I see
coach
what you're
was
saying. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, turnover.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like every coach that came in, there was almost like 4 or 5 key players that left.
Yes.
Then the next coach, 4 or 5 key players that left. Then last season was just we couldn't bring anybody in, so that was very glaring. I think last season was just very.
You started last season with Tammy as your top striker. Tammy was your leading before that it was Giroud. Now you're ending the season with Werner.
Oh, sorry, guys. I have to jump in and take comments.
It's been crazy.
There's been a lot of comments. I just missed everything. Sorry, guys. Okay, let me start picking up. First comment was Chelsea's playing really well. Mostly, that's probably a Chelsea fan. Joanna says, "My devil's sister is here." I think he's referring to Amara.
Yeah.
She says, "You won't mind your business." Okay, guys. Bolu says, "Salute, Jen."
Amara is a legend.
She's a legend. She's a legend of our live streams. John says, "This is why I don't want the EPL UEFA final." That's a fair point.
Wait, why? What do you mean
why?
why? I don't get why.
I think he's saying it's boring. He says it's boring.
Boring?
That's his opinion. Yeah, I mean, it's an Arsenal fan. He might be hating.
You
might be hating.
You know, for soccer fans, unless you're like punching each other in the face, somebody is juggling the ball with their balls, they are not entertained. What more do you want?
That's a weird thing you say, because I agree with you, because in soccer and boxing,
I mean, how is this boring?
This is not boring at all. The ball is moving, the passing is good.
I think it's modern day.
This is what he says. He says the middle is all flat.
Chilwell should score that now. Come on, Chilwell.
No, I was saying
that.
The whole midfield is packed.
Yeah, the whole midfield is packed. That's true.
That's what he's trying to say.
No, it should not be packed. It should be open. This match is literally the best 2 tacticians in the league. What do you expect?
Did you say the best 2?
You have to put Tuchel.
Yeah, the top 2 tacticians. Klopp. Yes.
No, I think Klopp is a better tactician.
No. Wait. That is so. Let me. If someone comes and say, Klopp is number 2 and Tuchel is number 3, I can take it, and it can go vice versa. I'm sorry.
I don't think I go vice versa. I don't think I go vice versa.
I mean, this season for me,
Oh yeah, this season. Yeah, if you are looking at just season, but the thing is, you have to also think about this.
I wasn't watching PSG. I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say, right?
But you know what's funny?
Yeah, that's fair. Point wise, that's fair. So Siamara says what? What'd you say?
She's replying to that comment about the whole.
Okay. He said it should be open.
I think my feed is way behind you guys, because I just saw the miss by Chilwell.
Yeah, you have to be way behind now. Yeah, Canada now. You get Wi-Fi, man.
I'm going to say this about this comment. I agree, Roger is a good tactician, but the problem with tactics is it has to have an end. It's not just it's a journey to an end. You don't just have good tactics for show. And Rodgers seems to not be learning from his mistakes every season. It's about to fall out of the top 4 again.
I agree. I absolutely agree. I said it last week.
After a brilliant season.
Yes, I said it last week that I defend Rodgers, but I can't defend him this season. If he doesn't make top 4 this season, I cannot defend him, because you can't do this 2 times in a row. And I know he has had injuries. I get that. But there are some games, I look at it game by game. There are some games, like the game they lost to West Ham last week. Like, come on, Rodgers. Like, the light is now fully shining on him. is fully lights on Rodgers. He has to deliver top four. Doesn't deliver top four this season, I'm like, man, you bottle this. This one is a bottle. If you do not, it's not West Ham have lost. West Ham has lost. Let me land. West Ham has lost. So he needs to win against West Brom. If you cannot beat West Brom, if he doesn't beat West Brom, then that's on him. That's my opinion anyway.
You know, that's a fair last statement. I think I'm leaning towards Bucci a bit. Like when he says that like tactics take you so far.
Shoot.
Like tactics will take you so far. Like the players also like it's. I guess again, it's still him. He sanctions the signings. He sanctions the characteristics of players. But they don't. When you think about like even when like he beat Lampard, right?
Oh yeah,
I think very well. But had every better resource than the guy now, you know. So for him to he
is every time about that 2-0 game.
Yeah.
So like, you know, like I mean, I'll be straightforward. I'm not the most. I don't really know how to read tactics like a lot of people. But that game was just so obvious to me what was going on. Like I was seeing it. I was just seeing it was so obvious. And then what really validated that was at the end of the game. What was that player? What was that Leicester City player that did the interview? The midfield player.
James
Madison came out and said, "Oh, pretty much it was obvious. Lampard didn't know what he was doing." Like that was like the gist of that entire interview.
Let me pick this comment. Sorry, Johan is like, sorry to interrupt you, Dara. It says due to players' availability. Yes, I get that. I'm not taking anything of Rodgers. I think he's a good tactician, but I'm not going to put him ahead of Tuchel because Tuchel has got to Champions League final. I'm not going to put him ahead of Klopp. I'm not going to put him ahead of obviously Pep. But he has to deliver top points.
Let's actually, you know what? Let's.
But that being said,
Let's take all his comments because his comments are just lying up. So you can just
go.
Okay.
He says one, he's lucky Iheanacho is helping. I myself is surprised Iheanacho is surprised Iheanacho can be doing this well like this. Then he says, "Are you sure Rodgers won't do well with this Chelsea team? He will get the best of Werner, the real replica of Vardy."
No, I don't know about that.
Continue. You take all of that.
So like couple things though. One, being a good tactician is not really a requirement of being a good manager. I think you could be a good tactician and suck overall. So I mean, like those two things can be mutually exclusive. So that being said, would Brendan Rodgers outperform Tuchel with this Chelsea team?
Yes,
I mean,
how do you know that?
That can go either way.
That's a bit of a stretch. That's a bit of a stretch. Better than.
But look at what he did with that Liverpool team, though. But remember that Liverpool.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
So like, let's make some things clear. Can I jump in and make some things clear?
No,
Tuchel has come in January, right? In a COVID cramp season where coaches are not even having a full week to train. He came in January, guys. Let's be honest. He came in January. Let me restate that again. I'll say that again. People are not hearing. He came in January in a COVID. No, there's out to land. Hold on. In the COVID season. This is Ayo talking. I know you are so much into the game. This is Ayo that's talking.
Sorry.
So he came in the COVID season without opportunity to train players. So my point is, I know Rodgers is a good coach and what he did with all these other teams, but he had more time to train and to coach his team. This is a very weird time to now say that. I think Tuchel has done very well because he has attacked Chelsea's main problem.
Well, Tuchel has exceeded every expectation.
Well, he has exceeded every expectation, but as usual, there's always that 6-month honeymoon. Some people, not always.
No, you can't have a 6-month honeymoon now.
There's that 6-month honeymoon that some people seem to have.
You can't have a 6-month honeymoon. That's an oxymoron.
No, it's an oxymoron, of course.
Like honeymoon is like literally 1 month. Maybe you don't marry now. Now 6 months you start.
but there's a literal, honeymoon period that we see with So maybe this guy is just riding. He's just surfing the big wave.
No, you can't. You can't.
So, we'll find out next season.
I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to add an episode there.
Contract. It's time to contrarian. That's which is That's Bucci's superpower.
What I'm saying is, even if it comes next season and Chelsea finished like 10th, then that's it. Then you can say this is a fluke. But I think it's unfair to say this is a honeymoon. You can extrapolate this out, bro. I mean, but then again, we'll judge him next season as Johannu said. So
I think Tuchel is a very good tactician and a man manager. Although for him to be successful, he also still has to be ruthless. And you know what? As long as the results are coming in, it don't matter sentiment. You understand? Like in my own opinion, everybody knew what Chelsea needed to do. Everybody that saw Lampard knew what needed to change. Sometimes you just have to show up. You just have to show up, right the wings.
no.
So what's the only thing you want here? Let's go back to this
honeymoon. No, Ateta is not honeymoon. Ateta is
your pocket.
Ateta is bitter moon.
Say give us honeymoon because you won the FA Cup. I don't agree with that comment.
No.
As much as
Ateta,
I said
always on the 1 year honeymoon.
No.
He's been for 2.5 years though. So how's that 1 year honeymoon?
Ole is an established coach.
Wait. Ole has been a manager of Man United longer than Van Gaal.
That who?
Are you serious?
Van Gaal.
Yes.
Van Gaal spent 2 years. That's not Van Gaal. He's overtaken Van Gaal already.
By the end of this season, Ole will be the longest serving.
Now.
He'll be the longest serving Manchester United coach. He'll be the longest serving Manchester United coach.
After
longer than Moyes.
He said after Ferguson, yeah. By the end of this season.
No, is it not next season? Yeah, this guy.
End of this season.
Oh yeah, end of this season. Yeah, it's true.
The guy is an indigene, a son of the soil, almost Neil of United.
You'd have spent 1 month more than. You'd have spent 1 month more. He said Arteta is a honeymoon because he won what Ole had not done. Well, I think that's relative. You can say that's relative. Arsenal. The way Arsenal is measured is league performance, right? If it's by FA Cup, you should have kept Arsene Wenger now. So, and league performance, to be honest, by Arteta has been unacceptable. But since he has been here, if you want to be honest, if you are an Arsenal fan, you want to be honest yourself, Johannu, that's been unacceptable.
That's a brilliant run by Mason.
That's just his best player this season.
Ole wins Europa Cup though.
It's a mouth, by long shots.
Yeah.
Not only is the best, it's the most consistent.
That's true. I agree.
That guy's only had
Let's run through some comments quickly. Because this guy said Arteta, Johannu is on a roll. Arteta is on his honeymoon because he won what Ole has not done. He then goes ahead to say Lampard even got the job before Arteta. I beg. Then Facebook user goes, Tuchel is good. He deserves all the accolades right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's really hard to get fired at Arsenal though. Like you almost have to like maybe go on a killing spree or something criminal to get fired at Arsenal though. Arsenal is a government job. It's a government job, you know.
But
expectations are low.
But I think that just happened now, right? That just happened now. Because before that, what's his name? He statistically did better than Arteta.
Yeah.
When Emery came 5th, and that's his point total. When he was fired, it was 7th or so.
But I don't think they fired Good Evening. I think he wanted to leave too.
Did he though?
Yeah, man, it's Arsenal, man. Arsenal they just want to be there. They just want to be in the mix. They're not trying to win anything. I'm telling you, man, Arsenal is like a utility company. They're not trying to be great.
1 second, let me just run through the comments. Tuchel is good, deserves all the accolades right now. Next comment is Lampard got the job for Arteta. Next comment is Kovac kick 2. I rate that guy. Bolu says, don't jinx us, Dada. Bolu, you're a United fan. What do you mean don't jinx us? Joanna says, Arteta is actually lucky. No fans are available, bro. Yeah, that's true. I agree. They would have started booing by now. So
I think Arteta is the luckiest coach in the world.
Yes. And Jose Mourinho, if you want to be very honest, Tottenham fans would have turned. The type of football they've been playing, Tottenham fans would have turned in the stadium.
I'm sorry, but that would be like one of the
But then if fans were available, you know.
I think the only thing that miss fans, we know who they are. We know who they are. This means more.
Liverpool.
Yeah, I don't have to say Liverpool. This means more. When they won the league, that's what they told us last season. This means more.
Oh,
So I'm
this guy
asking
says
them.
it's about winning the UEFA Cup. That's trying to jinx United and the UEFA
I see.
Europa League.
Was it that said that? It was Idris. It was Idris that said it. It was Idris that said, "What if Ole wins Europa?"
No, I was asking that, like, if he wins, I was saying, if he wins the cup, like that, like he's building a case for himself to be at United for a while.
Oh, I think Solskjaer will be United for a while, in my opinion.
The
only reason Solskjaer doesn't be for United for a while is if we don't finish top 4, like during this run. Like next season, we don't finish top 4. Next season, that's the time it goes. In my opinion, forget about cups. I think people need to wake up and smell the coffee. I understand what's going on. United. The only reason Solskjaer gets fired if he doesn't make top 4. If fans think if we keep making top 4 next 3-4 seasons, they'll fire Solskjaer, then I think they are not paying attention.
Sorry, guys, I have to apologize for one thing. So in the beginning of this game, when I said Tammy was better suited, no, that's not true. That's not true. I'm sorry, that was wrong.
Why? Tell us why you have a change up.
For a couple reasons. One thing that Werner does well, and once again, I'm no tactician expert, is it makes a lot of these forward runs that pulls defenders towards him, and what that does, it creates space for Mason Mount, Chilwell, and CH to run into, right? And that is something that Tammy cannot do. What it does is it almost stifles your game because it doesn't make those really good runs. So yeah, my apologies to Tuku. I think I see why he did what he did there.
That's fair. Joanna says fans sack Emery. The fans don't make decisions. It's the board. Let's stop.
For me, can be debated in a sense. Like, good points though. That like it can also be debated that, like, if you want a specific outcome from a specific player, you can set up the team to get the best out of that player. And the whole argument about a direct comparison of Werner and Tammy, for me, only comes out to the output. It's not for me. It's not that, like, how they play. It's what the end result is. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, up until I think the Atletico game, we hadn't scored a lot of goals. Most of our forwards are not scoring. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, nothing against any of the forwards. Not like I hate them. It's just Werner works hard, no problem. You get, but this guy scores goals. So shall we set up the team to find this guy in the box and score goals? United fans, remember when Sir Alex got rid of Andy Cole and Dwight York and brought in Van Nistelrooy? He set up the team for Van Nistelrooy. And did he bang goals? Same thing for Inzaghi in AC Milan. The same argument can be had for, like, even players like Didier Drogba and Diego Costa in Chelsea. So you can make the argument that I like a player that makes it look like you have runs and stuff, huff and puff. If you win, great, amazing. If you don't, you gotta ask questions,
Okay, good points. Bolu says Dada just gone in for Arsenal. That's Dada's favorite pastime. He loves that every time. Bolu says Dada said Ole win Europa. Okay, he said that. Yeah, we should. We have the best squad. We should. Joannu says Ole needs to end the semi-final. Jinx, he does, for his clout with the Glazers and with the fan base. He needs to for the players, so that the players can buy in more, because there's only so much you can do with vibes, right? Or motivation, or telling people that yes, we are going in the right direction. That's what I mean. There's only so much you can do with that. If you don't put your medals on the table, like Sune says, players will at some point start like, this guy. It's kind of I think at some point kind of what happened to a little bit happened to, apart from what he didn't get back. What happened to Pochettino? Right? At some point, the players started like, we're not getting over the line. So yeah. Last comment says I agree with Dada on Arsenal. Most Arsenal fans are okay beating Chelsea, United, or City once a season and finishing anywhere on the table and hope for next season. Okay, go ahead, Idris, before you lose your train of thought. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna make a point that like when we're talking about the Lampard experience, Brother Rogers thing, right? Tuchel has actually grown because even you also made points that like Tuchel had a way of playing in minds when we had one of our podcast conversations, right? And then you look at the growth of Tuchel in Mainz, Tuchel in Borussia Dortmund, Tuchel in PSG. It's almost like two different human beings. That PSG job and the Dortmund job. He lasted longer at PSG than even lasted longer in Dortmund, where they actually appreciate his quality of work, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting where he comes into a situation where it's almost similar to the PSG hierarchy of things with vast resources, but even more ruthless than PSG. And he seemed to just manage it. And I honestly think, as you said, experience is very key because
It is.
also another resource that I shared with you, which was Thierry Henry talking about what he learned as a manager at Monaco, at Montreal Impact, is the fact that he was even learning from the players because Mourinho was saying Lampard at 23 is a man, Hazard and Cole, Oscar 23 are kids. That thing goes a long way because it's like a lot of coaches are struggling with how do I actually communicate with this guy to get out the best outcome. I can have all these tactics, but if I was a very great player like Lampard or Henry, in their head, and they're talking about responsibility, take responsibility, it is easy for them to switch on, switch off, and just be great. But the guy that they are coaching is not in their caliber.
That's
and
fair.
I think it
That's
gets
fair.
lost in their head. If I can do it, why can't you do it? It's like, if I can do it, why can't you do it? No, this guy is not you, man. Like,
Yeah.
you need to find a way.
That's fair. That's fair. Joanna says you
Or
need to give
imagine,
Bruno a medal in 2 years, or he's not leaving, or not, or you need to give Bruno a medal in 2 years, or he's leaving. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. That's fair. That's fair. I agree. That's fair. Bruno wants to win.
because
Speaking
I
back
think
on
that
your
they just. Oh, sorry.
no,
Yeah,
go
go for
ahead.
it.
Go
Go
ahead.
for it. Go for it.
Oh, I was going to say piggyback on your point. Yes,
Now,
I
I was
agree.
gonna
I
say I
think
think that's like the famous. Yeah. Sorry, boss. Go ahead.
no, I say I piggyback on your point. I agree with what you said about coaches not being able to communicate to players. It's right. People who were like former players that were great because they are high level of their high level of IQ. Maybe not IQ is not the word. The level of quality they had, things that come easy to them do not come easy to players who have low level talent, right? Lower talent ceiling, and they struggle with that. And that's why you have to give Zinedine Zidane a lot of credit because I'll be honest, I was one of those people that was saying he managed the world class squad initially when he first came, and he just managed egos and all that. But now when you think about it now, like he's had like high turnover, similar to what Bucci has said, and is able to like integrate young players into that team and different players, people like Valverde, people like Rodrigo, people like Vinicius into that team, and now they're playing well, and they're not playing exciting football, but they are very functional and they're getting the job done, and it's giving them that high level mentality. Yes, for sure, having those main guys around, the Casemiros, the Cruzes, the Modric helps, but guess what? If he doesn't structure the players and the system to balance those guys, they will get found out because they have weaknesses too. They are slow. That's a very slow midfield. So you have to give him a lot of credit what he has done, especially last year winning the
They
league, and this season they are almost there winning something again.
Yeah, you have to give him that.
Oh, sorry, but you go ahead. Sorry.
I said you have to give him that. That's what I said. I said yes, you have to give him that. Time finds out all these things.
Yeah.
It's easy to say who's good, who's not, but there are great managers that haven't won anything big, and there are managers that are called just about average that won big things. Like Roberto Martinez has a European Cup.
Can you imagine?
Does he? Does he have a European Cup?
Yeah. He's
For
the one
who?
that won the European Cup for
Roberto
Chelsea.
Martinez is who won our Champions League.
No. That's Di Matteo, you mean? Di
Roberto
Matteo.
Di Matteo, I meant to say, sorry. Roberto
Yes,
Di
okay.
Oh
Matteo.
So
no, sorry,
Martinez.
I said Martinez.
Yeah,
Sorry, what am I
Di
saying?
Matteo.
Martinez has an FA Cup. He has an FA Cup with Wigan. Remember that FA Cup? And although he relegated there.
You see? They start relegating the team. So to me, what proves that's why good managers have been on the top for a while, or managers have done it for a while, a lot of kudos, because what proves managers is longevity. How long can you be there? handle that pressure, renew yourself, do it again. People think,
stay motivating the players, like
still motivating the players. Most guys have a base. Okay, this is how I play. This is how I want to play. But you have to keep making little changes because, like, if you look at the one that has happened in front of us in the past few years, which is Pep, the way Pep has, transformed himself, revolutionized his tactics, become a different. Basically, he turned his weaknesses into strengths, which is weird. But you probably say the same about Ancelotti as well. Ancelotti is another guy who's been doing it there for a long time. You said the same thing about Jose, even though Jose looks like he's getting burnt out. So Tuchel, the only problem with Tuchel is that he went to PSG and didn't win the Champions League. You can't really judge a PSG manager winning the.
And it's also unfair to judge. It's also unfair to judge him by not winning Champions League.
No, it's also unfair. That's what I said. It's unfair because I said you weren't here when I said that. I prefaced by saying that the great managers have won, and poor managers or average managers have won as well. So it's not the trophies is not really the be all and end all. But for fans and for the clubs, for history, it's important to win trophies. But it doesn't actually include the pedigree of the managers because the greatest managers, I would say, or the great tacticians, the guys that revolutionized football per se, they don't win as many trophies as they should have won. Johan Cruyff.
Of course.
How many trophies did he win? Bielsa, what has he won?
Fair point. I agree.
Bielsa is a genius of.
And again, we're talking of for the industry where even if you win, said they will see fire you. So it's almost like that. Like I think sometimes current football fans, in my own opinion, are almost like UFC fans, where they're not watching the art of martial arts or the grappling or the body takedowns or slam. They just want to see knockouts. And if you tell them not to come inside and come and fight the fight, they know if you fight. But they do. These are boring. Boo. But if you're watching the fight, there's a lot going on here, So it's interesting. It's really interesting.
That's fair. That's a good analogy. Johan says City are settling in now. Yep, I expect that.
It's never been any different. It's just louder now. From the days of the gladiators to today, it's always been not about the best but the flashiest. You win.
True, sir.
That was good defending.
Like the most popular winners, the flashiest guys. Look at what do you call it? Boxing. One of the best boxers, the best tactical boxers ever was Lennox Lewis, but he was never popular when he was champion. But he was, I'm telling you, that guy, I would probably tell you that guy would go and beat almost any heavyweight you can think of now.
He was very technically
good. He was
good.
Very good. He was hard to beat. Like this guy was a guy that was a real boxer, but he was boring to watch as well.
It was.
Because he would win all the fights rounds. He would just grind it out. Klitschko was another guy that won championship like that. He would just grind it out. Yep. But Mike Tyson was never a technical boxer. He was never good when it came to being really, really technical. He went with power, speed, and that's what became Mike Tyson's problem later on when he met, the more technical guys who could take his power. And why I mentioned that was fans have always been like that. Social media has just, blown it all up. Now, someone's asking me, asking me a direct question. Because trophy is not the be all and end all. Are you agreeing with Ole that trophies are just for ego? That's not really what I said. That's not really what I said.
That person, I sense that is Jola. I sense that.
What I said was that trophies are not the only thing you use to judge a manager, because there are managers who are not exactly the greatest and have won trophies, and there are managers who have won some of the greatest that haven't won as many trophies as they should have won. Like, for example, I said Roberto Di Matteo has a European Cup. He's not one of the greatest managers ever. That's what I'm saying.
Where is he now, sir? Where is he now?
Is he still Belgium?
I don't know where. No, it's not Belgium. That's
Di Matteo?
Martinez. Where's Di Matteo? Idris will know. Idris, tell me. You're a Chelsea fan. Where's your former manager?
Actually, I've lost track of it because he did go get a job somewhere. I've lost track of the guy. The guy is nowhere, actually.
It's like skiing in some Alps somewhere. Yeah, got into skiing and shit.
Yinka Malone says Chelsea's playing really well. I'm a Chelsea fan for this moment in time. Up Blues. Okay, Yinka. As a United fan, I get that makes sense. His next comment said, "What happens if the game ends in a stalemate? It goes to extra time and penalties. Definitely extra time and penalties." Next comment is from Joanne, who says, "Don't defend Ole. He's in United." Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Let me say once again.
A United coach should be winning something.
Ole. Maybe because I'm a United fan, you're bringing it to Ole. A United coach should be winning something. The whole comment, if you listen to what I said, I was actually saying that time, makes everything clearer. You find out who's a great coach and who's not a great coach. And of course, great coaches have to win trophies.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say, was technically saying Arteta has won the FA Cup doesn't make him a great coach. That's what I'm saying. Di Matteo has won the Champions League doesn't make him a great coach. Or Tuchel, for example, has started well, doesn't make him a great coach. That's the whole point of the gist. We will find out how good these guys are. They're doing well now, but we know Pep is good. We know Jose is good. We know Klopp is good. Because they've done it over and over and over and over. So that's my point of objectivity. It's not get in there, do it once and get out. No.
Yeah.
I think
Tuchel has done it for a while, though, to be fair to him, right?
Tuchel has done it for a while. Yeah. The thing with him, like I said, was people put an asterisk on him going to PSG.
Yeah. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
But wait, why is it bad?
Arteta is not even great at all.
Why is it bad to go to PSG though? What's interesting was when I was watching the Champions League on Tuesday, was it Jimmy Carragher on Liverpool was on about how, as a player, we never respect you for playing at PSG. You need to be at a big club like Real Madrid, Barcelona. And the lady, the moderator, I can't remember her name, but she made a point. She was like, you're a world-renowned commentator, right? And yeah, you are on CBS. Like CBS is not no Bein Sport, is not no Talk Sport, but yeah, you are, right? So I mean, every club that is legendary now, I mean, they started somewhere. So like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying French league is like the toughest or whatever, but I still feel. Yeah. I mean, I don't think you can. I get it. The competition is not there, but I don't think you can really diminish someone for the league they coach in. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I always feel like that argument sometimes is a bit unfair to those folks.
I'm not trying to diminish it. I will never diminish anybody's win. I'm only comparing. It's a comparative game. I haven't won any of those trophies myself. And if we look at it this way, there's UEFA coefficients for a reason. Basically, UEFA already tells us the French league is not as highly rated as La Liga or Serie A or English Premier League. So the thing people will say is, let me put it like this: if Tuchel went to PSG at the start of his career and won his trophies before going to Dortmund later on, basically coming out of PSG with trophies and coming out of Dortmund with trophies he won, which would get him more rep. That's what I was trying to say. When
you won a trophy in Dortmund. Oh, you mean the league? Okay, but you won a trophy in Dortmund.
Win that league. That's what I'm saying. Comparing the two leagues, that was just what people say. But
that's a fair point.
He got to the Champions League final. He broke the dog. And that's important because PSG had that hump on their back. They couldn't break it. He broke that dog. And then here they are about to do it again. And that is also important. Sometimes it's not about winning trophies. Sometimes it's about getting there. At least that's an achievement, getting there. Then the next step is winning it.
Yeah.
Chelsea
I
had
have a
to
question.
break that hump.
I have a question for you, Gucci. When you said it's just about
Mhm.
getting there, a name comes up into my mind. Up until Leicester City, he was the greatest bridesmaid ever.
Ranieri. Yes.
Who?
Ranieri.
Oh yeah.
He's the most famous second.
Oh.
That's one second in almost every league he had been in. So
I think cup competition. So there's always a luck element, right? In my mind, I can think of some of the best teams that were just the best team in the wrong year. You get what I'm saying? Like you can have a really good team. Like the year that Barcelona was great. Had you been the second best team that year, you were out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, but then again, so as fans now, do we want to sit down, be logical, be rational about all these things? Anybody
What are you
get time for
talking?
that?
Let me
Give us
remind
sound
you.
bites, give us
Let,
easy narrative, and let's run with it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, give the people
let
what
me
they
remind you
want.
of something. Let me remind you guys of something. The year Barcelona was great. Who did they beat?
they beat United in the final.
Was that a weak United team?
That was not a weak United team. I don't think
That
so.
was a United team that went to 3 Champions
Yeah,
League finals in 4 years.
yeah.
A team that could have won the European Cup 3 times in 4 years. They were just unlucky that Barcelona was in that hot fuzz that period. The
Yeah.
same thing with Arsenal under Wenger, because what people forget about Arsene Wenger is a coach I respect so much, especially in hindsight. But Chika would testify that I always said he was a great coach. And what I remember Arsene Wenger was, do you remember the Arsenal 97-98 team? That was one of the best football teams I ever saw. Manuel Petit, Vieira in midfield, Overmars, Dennis Bergkamp, Henry. They won that one title in 98. But the reason they could not win again wasn't because they were not a great team. They met the greatest English team of all time, probably, which was United then. But you could be honest and say that that team, before it broke up, could have done better. Though the team that replaced it was better than that. But that's just this thing. And the United team was then replaced by a wonderful Arsenal team who could have won more, but then Mourinho came and broke it. So sometimes, you could have a team which is just winning everything, but there's another team which deserves to win more. Liverpool, Man City. The Man City team that won that title, that the year Liverpool chased them, was an exceptional team. But that Liverpool team that chased them was also an exceptional team, and they proved it the next season.
Yeah.
I also think
in the last 5 years, that was the best team to have never won the league in the last 5 years that I can remember.
I think that's the best team to have never won the league in the history, in my opinion.
In the history,
They got to 97 points.
Yes, I agree.
97 points.
Yes.
I did not win the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the best team that never won the league that year.
And one thing that kind of gets me, and the easy person we can talk about is Pochettino, right? Like everyone's like, he's never won a trophy. But it's crazy that the fact that you're even talking about Pochettino winning a trophy means he's really good. You know what I'm saying? What that means is, like, first of all, with all the players he's had, you don't even have any business saying trophy and Pochettino. So the fact that you're criticizing him on not winning trophies, that tells you something. But, once again, then narratives and sound bites is fun. So
it's fun. It's fun to do that, right?
It's fun to do that. You know what I'm saying? Without, if you made football very like logical, it won't be sweet. So
it has to be driven by emotion.
Yeah.
But
that's
I
why
know Idris is a pragmatic
people go to
guy.
college, study hard, 10 years.
No, I think
and then we watch these guys.
I think why I'm pragmatic has to do with how I played in college. Honestly, I think
you told me that, and I understand.
My eyes. Yeah, I had no, because I was very oblivious to the whole thing, because in Nigeria even we said we play 7, so that was where I wanted to be Tijani Babangida or Overmars or Pius Ikedia or Finney George. That's what you grew up on when you're playing on your right, and you're a small girl, 5'10" guys, not really built guy like me. You're almost deadlier on the wing, Then when I came to Canada, and it's like I'm playing at college level and all these things, and then you're looking at the way they are structuring, and as an African player, you are free spirited. You know what I mean, right? You're free spirited about all the things that you're playing, but there's a different discipline that comes into the game. And when I was learning that, my first season at college, we were crap, bro. We were crap. We went 0-7. 0-7 straight. Like, we were so nonsense. But then when we came back, it was like majority of the players came back. They kept most core of the team together. And that was when I hear coaches complain about preseason. It makes sense to me because as soon as we came, all the new tryouts, everybody comes in and stuff. They literally just took all senior players plus those who sucked last year and those that were good. All of you move with this color-coded beanies. Go there and we continue the routine of what we're supposed to be doing. Everybody felt comfortable. Everybody understood each other. Everybody was already going. They're going to pick the best. And they told us the pool of players we're going to pick there are going to compete for your spots. So they're going to pick the best of that to remove you guys. So when we started the next season, we went 7-0 straight, qualified for provincial in the first 20 years of that college. It was a crazy, and it was a lot of pragmatic approach. Then the third season, we started to expand, play more expansive football. But at that moment, there was confidence in the system, confidence in the program. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it was like understanding pragmatism, understanding how coaches think, understanding even managing of players, even some of the things I have when it comes to biases of Tammy Abraham not playing, on subconscious bias. It's because of things I had seen go on in those places where, okay, they will bring a kid in, amazing player, they cater to the player. I was too young to understand why they are catering to this player. The boy was better than most of us, naturally talented and good, but they were catering to him, including all his circles and players. You understand? So it almost felt that like he had this player power that most of us who are veterans in the team did not have. And it caused a friction when we got to national in Vancouver. So the moment we're going to play against UVic, University of Toronto, and all this at finals, where even like the Canadian national team and scouts were there to watch, right? 2 games in, players like me were already feeling frustrated. Like, there are a couple of players that were doing a Jorginho under Lampard and Sarri situation, not Jorginho under Tuchel. So most of us were like, I'm not motivated to play for this guy because he doesn't get benched. He doesn't, you understand what I'm trying to say? So I've lived this experience, but I'm older enough to understand, okay, there's a reason why the coach keeps him. There's a reason why the coach thinks this way. When you look at the team from an older perspective, you can be like, I have a feeling about this. So it doesn't mean I disagree or don't agree. I have a feeling about this, but you know what? Now you wear the crown. On easy, it is who wears the crown, right? So now your head in good chop, not be my head in good chop. So do you? But there's been a lot of things that I went through in college playing football, and I was like, man, that was actually a wild experience. Man, that actually helped me think about these scenarios because the final game we played to make it to playoff, they dropped our star player, but we kept tolerating the guy throughout and his clique because we
Idris, I'm going to rein you in for a little bit. Let's talk about the game. Let's talk about halftime game. Let's talk about the game. Let's go with Dara first. Thoughts about the game? Any changes? What do you think? How's it going? Halftime.
Honestly, to be very, very honest, I like what I saw. Not so much to change on the balance of play. I thought maybe Chelsea should have been at least a go up. The chance he missed, I thought should be converting that. And I'm also glad that by the time City picked up momentum was the last 10 minutes of the game. We were able to we kept our composure. We closed up space. We didn't give them any chance to shoot comfortably. They didn't create as much chances. So I don't have a lot to complain about on that first half, to be very honest. Now, that being said, as you predicted, it's going to be a very low-scoring game. So I think the second half we want to just want to hit the ground running, come at them hard, try to get a goal as early as possible. Because in the cup final, if you wait 78 minutes to if you go concede after 65 minutes, 70 minutes, it's not a good look. So, in summary, I'm happy with what I'm seeing. No qualms here. Yeah.
Idris. Yeah, I agree. Idris, what are your thoughts?
Is it okay to agree with Dada?
It's okay. You seem to have made up today. It's good.
Now we've not made up.
We'll have another fight tomorrow.
I'm Magneto is Malcolm X. He's Malcolm X without the superpower.
That is superpower.
Oh, look at this guy! Always rescuing shots. No, actually, I think it's a very balanced game so far. I think the coach got it 100%. When you look at how Werner is making runs, as has been prior said, and how like the team has actually held up in terms of shape. We haven't given them too much chances, to be very honest. I feel we were more threatening than they have when it comes to attack. I expect them to come up with something crazy in the second half. I expect us to be under pressure, but so far so good. As long as we hold our nerves, I'm really sure that we'll grind this through. This is actually looking. I'm surprised it's getting to a penalty. I still think there will be a goal that will differentiate both teams.
Okay. So at what point, if you're as a Chelsea fan, at what point would you like to see a change? They're coming out for second half now. At what point, if it stays like this, at what point would you like to see a change? Let's go with it. Dada. At what point would you like to see a change? If it stays
Honestly,
0-0,
I want Pep to make the change first. I think at some point, he's going to bring in Mahrez, of course. So I'd like Pep to make the change first, and then we counter him. Knowing Pep, once you start making all those changes, it's probably in overthinking mode. So I don't want us to be the one to change first. I think I like to see him change, and then I like Tuchel to counter. But if by 75 minutes we're keeping up where we are, then we could probably change. But now the truth is, when I look at City's bench, they have more players that can change the dynamics of their game than we do. I think we bring in Havertz, we bring in Giroud. From an attacking perspective, we just don't have a lot of players that can just come in and change the dynamics of the game. So I'm hoping that we counter their change. But also if you look at City, they have players that can come in and almost redefine how they play. So
okay. Idris, you just hold on. Do you agree with that? Because it seems people are on agreement mode today.
I would say, in all honesty, even if City changes, I don't see any reason why Tuchel should change. The shape is strong. The players understand. If he's bringing in players for fresh legs because we're going into like overtime, then I can understand why. I think the only player I see him coming in is Odoi or Kai Havertz, just to give us some spark in the offensive third. Aside that, honestly, our options are limited against the City team, in my opinion.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair. Okay, beginning of second half. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, I can see. I think the weak spots in this City team, in my opinion, that Chelsea can probably try to exploit on the break is Mendy on the left. Mendy is always suspect defensively. His speed is suspect. His decision-making suspect. That's where I think the weakness is. That Chelsea can attack and exploit.
But you see what they do though. The defensive.
But that's why Pep is playing. That's why Pep is playing Fernandinho and Rodri.
Yes, exactly.
So that both of them can go to the wings and cover. Yeah, that's why he's doing it.
Exactly. So you see that. So it's as I said, man, this is one of those games where I think both managers have done their homework. And also, too, in my opinion, though, if you notice, when Pep brought his players to Chelsea and they beat us, was it 2-0 or 3-0? Like 3-1 like if you notice one thing that I noticed under Lampard, and hindsight is 2020. It's always easy to say these things now, but I always felt like tactically, all these managers they know each other. They always there's certain respect they have for each other. I felt like when it came to players like the Brie, he didn't really respect us. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, he just told his players, "This is Lampard, go." Right? You can tell in this game, it's probably different. It's more cagey. Yeah.
Looks like KDB is injured. That's not good for them.
No, that is not good for them
in Champions League. For this game and Champions League going forward.
Yeah.
And just like that,
But look at what they're bringing in.
Oh man, that boy is that boy lit it up against Dortmund.
Oh, how did he get in here? Yeah, twisted his ankle. Yep.
But you know what people don't say though? De Bruyne is semi-injury prone though.
He is. No, it's not
Yeah,
Sama. He is injury
he's
prone.
gone. I mean, this is one of those seasons that he's gone a long time without getting injured. I mean, and look at what they bring in, Phil Foden.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a 1-to-1, but I think maybe let's say a 0.8-to-1 in terms of filling up the potential. So, I mean, it's not no De Bruyne, but I mean,
yeah, he's also a talented kid. Yeah, like
he's also a
bench.
talented player. So
maybe it's risk. Maybe Chelsea just want to. I say Chelsea. Maybe Pep just wants to manage that risk. Like, I'm not playing. Go off. If I see any sign of a knock, please go off. Maybe that's what he's doing there.
No, I agree. No, I mean that's the smart thing to do.
Mika says KDB down.
Yeah, for League Cup. When is League Cup?
Next week.
Ooh.
Next weekend. Say take it that my Uncle Mo licking his lips. Nah.
Honestly, nah.
City will still beat
City's second string with 30% of their first string players will beat Spurs.
Absolutely. I'll be shocked if Spurs win that game.
Yeah, I'll be floored.
I'll be shocked.
But you know what though? I feel
football
like
can be like that.
I feel like that cup is Mourinho's final redemption opportunity.
Yeah.
Final. When I mean final, it's kind of like, and I know it sucks to say this. So for me, I divide Mourinho into two. When Mourinho left Chelsea the second time and the new Mourinho, those are two different Mourinhos. In the second coming of Mourinho, quote unquote, that is the game for him to define his legacy. Because I felt like, and you know, I'm a big Mourinho fan. It's no secret, but I feel like for him, it's not starting to get into that space where it sucks so much in recent times that people are starting to forget what he did, not only for Chelsea but for the game. And I think that was what was starting to happen with Wenger. That you and human beings now, recency bias. We only remember recent things. Like Mourinho is not getting to that territory of like, dude, who are you? Like, you're horrible, and people are starting to forget, what he did. So I felt like that final might be his last redemption to say, okay, you know what? Yeah, even though I do suck, I'm still capable of winning things. So, and if he doesn't win that, his legacy will take a hit. Shit.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think his legacy will take a big hit. In my
especially against half feet. Yeah, has half feet Kane.
God damn, y'all see Kepa with the back slick air? All right, Kepa, I see you, player. I see you. My man slicked up. And also, too, Kepa was the greatest victim of Lampard's fuck up of all players.
EJ is in the house. EJ says the Arsene Wenger syndrome. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, spot on. That is what's going to happen.
I call it this is the perfect saying from The Dark Knight, which is either you die a hero or you live long enough to be the villain. Yep. That's kind of what Wenger was at some point.
I agree.
If I want to be slightly cynical, because I like Wenger a lot, and that's what Mourinho has become.
Yeah, I agree. I very much so agree. Because if you're new to football, you're almost kind of like, who's Mourinho? Okay, that's the Timo effect right there. That's why you're playing him.
Okay. You run. Which player of the year? Your player of the year, Premiership. Let me start with Dada.
I mean, I guess it has to be a City player, right?
Doesn't have to be. Who's your player there? Just speak. I'm not going to influence it. People in the comments, tell us your player of the year.
It's either Bruno or Mason Mount for me, or Rodri.
Interesting. These are interesting ones. Calls. Idris, player of the year. Putuma Rodri.
Bruno.
Yeah.
Bruno, interesting.
I'm looking at the movement of the pitch.
Of the pitch, okay. No, I think Bruno has done very well, but I think
for me,
from January he has hit a slump, and most of his goals have been mostly penalties. So I think he has hit a slump. I think it's a tie. It's very close between Ruben Diaz. I think Diaz revolutionized that defense. I think Ruben Diaz coming in has changed City's back line like extremely. It's almost like the Van Dijk effect that he has had on that defense. And I think the second for me has to be Harry Kane. My goodness, this guy has carried Spurs on his back. Without Harry Kane, the Spurs are like in 10th or 11th or something.
But you know what happens with Kane though is we're not getting to the place where we take the guy for granted.
Yeah, exactly. You expect this, right? You expect this.
Yeah,
he has 21 goals and like 14 assists. That's incredible.
But Bruno, when you talk about a player that's carried a team, I mean, there were games that you're like, United has no business winning this game.
Yeah, I agree. Especially the first half of the season. No, I agree. First half of the season. I'm saying from January, it's been mostly Pogba. It's been mostly Pogba since January.
I get that, but
most United fans probably agree with me, right? I'm not saying he's had a bad season. I think he'll be among top 3. He probably comes in at top 3, top 4, right? This season in Player of the Year. I think he'll be top 3, top 4. But I don't think he has been Player of the Season, in my opinion. Bruno. I don't think he has been in Player of the Season. I think Harry Kane and Ruben Diaz have a better shout.
Man, the Ruben Diaz situation, okay, because he's in a winning team with
No, he has revolutionized that defense. This is the City's defense that we saw last season. So even when they were winning, when City used to win, they used to concede a lot of goals, right? They used to concede their goals. They have like this. He has come to that team and they stopped conceding goals, right? They look more organized defensively. I mean, they are in all competitions. I mean, I think he has revolutionized defense. That's my personal opinion. Anyway, all of a sudden, it's John Stones. You know, when a defender is making a defender who all of us are like, John Stones has had an average. John Stones is not in the team anymore for like a year plus, right? Pep was not even playing him anymore. Pep was choosing Otamendi above him. But Ruben Diaz comes into that team. All of a sudden, John Stones looks very good. You know, compared to John Stones we've seen. He looks almost like John Stones that everybody saw from Everton. You know?
Timo will fuck it up. Timo will fuck it up. Come on.
Chelsea has scored.
Sorry. I can celebrate.
No, you can celebrate.
No. My baby is sleeping. Sorry.
Oh.
I was like
Chelsea 1-0. That's why I didn't mess it up now. Timo is good at assisting, right?
He's good at assisting. But wait, Idris, you see why he played him over Tammy. You see why.
I cannot,
bro, that's an intelligent run right there. That's an intelligent run.
It was David that made that. Like, because again, when you, I was saying like it depends on the philosophy of the coach or what the coach wants to do. Do you want
sorry to cut you off. You know, this is the same thing they did that first time that was offside. It was the same play. Yeah. It's the same freaking play.
Man, that pass.
We have for City to come back in this game, man. It'll be hard without KDB.
That pass that set him off is exquisite. Like, my God.
EJ says laugh out loud.
Because honestly, there was a time even when
did the goalie mess up badly though? He just said the goalie messed up badly. But then the entire defense was under pressure though, so I don't know what else the goalie would have done other than come out.
Maybe he's trying to say he should have tried to cut off the pass. Maybe.
Is anybody blaming the goalie for that?
EJ,
I didn't see it again. EJ says the goalie was that. I didn't see that again.
There's nothing the goalie could have done.
Yeah, I don't know what the goalie could have done.
It's at the mercy of the player though.
Yeah. Because if he tries to come out to cut it off,
damn if you don't.
he leaves the near post open, and Timo Werner can just go for the near post. So that's one thing you have to think of too, also, EJ.
But so I'm guessing the guy hasn't been watching Timo Werner highlights.
Maybe my prediction will come to pass. Yeah, it's possible my prediction will come to pass because I said this is the game I think is going to mess City up regarding winning the quadruple. I said
now Pep is going to go on overdrive thinking, man.
Yes,
because he has not created any chances.
Yeah, they have not. That's true.
Because I was actually expecting Gundogan to come in, not feel.
Yeah. I'm surprised he played 2 DMs. I was shocked when I see this guy playing 2 DMs against Chelsea. That's interesting. You know,
I Kante. That's at 1 point.
It's like, why is he playing 2 DMs? You know, I was surprised. I thought it was going to start either. I knew Fernandinho would start because he has to rotate. He can't play Rodri back to back. But he's played Rodri and Fernandinho. I'm like, why is he doing that?
But man, Rodri has been great this season though for them.
No, yes, but what I'm saying is he just needs one of them. Just
Yeah,
have
he needs
Fernandinho and
one. Yeah, he
Rodri.
needs one.
Yeah. Typically, that's what he has done for a while. Last time he did this was when he played us in the Carling Cup, I think, or what we call Carabao Cup. I think that's when he played both of them together, or in the league, one of them. So he doesn't play both of them together. He typically doesn't. That's why I was shocked. That was the one shock I saw in the line. But he's playing both of them together. Interesting.
Man, that's CH Timo combination. And Idris, you notice that he deploys CH differently from the way Lampard did.
Yes, he does. Like inverted, right?
Yes, inverted. While Lampard almost had him in a static position where he was always throwing in crosses.
He just says, why is he stepping off his line? Left ZH wide open. Okay. That's what she's saying about the keeper.
You should be
It will be hard for the case EJ is making. It's really hard for a goalie though.
It's hard because guess what? Because they've already beat the defenders. So it was almost 2-on-1.
2-on-1.
So you have to pick your poison.
Yeah.
So and the goalie
Timo would have messed it up.
No, but he didn't know that.
I swear, no. Timo.
No, as good as done. What she's saying, good as done. Go and come back to bad belly. Good as done.
No, actually.
Good as done. How can he be good as done at 16 minutes? Medium well, knee.
She probably wants you guys to win, because EJ. Well,
talking about good as done. No, it's medium well.
Okay, that's bad belly, because I know she doesn't want you guys to win.
How you going to talk about good as done at 15?
She doesn't want Tuchel to win anything. I remember that.
So, so I have some. I was going to touch on that inverted and using. I also
Yeka says yes. Good team goal up Chelsea.
My opinion of deploying ZH in the inverted Dada, I believe is because he switched the 3-back system that he's playing. Because if you play 4-3-3, those guys naturally stay outside. They never go inside the box and run in.
Yes.
I think only Pulisic and Odoi are the ones that will run in.
Yeah, that's
true.
All
others don't seem comfortable on the outside. The solution for Lampard was there. It was the fact that he made a choice with whatever reason. Maybe he fights with Alonso, or I will never move back to a back three. That was insane. That was just insane. And I remember after that press conference,
are you guys behind?
Nah, man. And even when I said it, I know that didn't believe me. Me, I was about result. I still root for him. But at that point, it was like, come on, bro.
No, you're fair. You changed your tune. That was fair. I think that's really fair.
I know, man. You know the good result. I don't support you. I wish you well now. But when Sarri switched, I was okay. Then when the Papa went back to the same thing, I was like, okay, if he's winning,
I don't know though. I don't know if you're fair with Sarri, man.
No, it wasn't fair with Sarri. That's what
I don't think you're fair with Sarri.
Like, what is it talking about?
Sorry?
Why are we only seeing Bucci?
Don't worry, I'll change it. I'll change it.
No, you ain't fair with Sarri, but we don't need to bring up dead bodies. It's buried. It's buried.
No.
We're like 2 coaches ahead now.
Yeah, that's true. You guys are 2 coaches ahead. That's true. So, Bucci, obviously, Chelsea has scored.
I can see
that. Yeah. So
it's a very good development.
Idris, you also know why he played. You know why he plays CH in that position. He knows Timo is going to need.
And KDB is injured also.
He knows Timo is going to need support.
Oh, you mean like coming close to him, right?
Yeah, he needs almost like a secondary striker to help him with chances. Because imagine, like, if Timo is isolated, you're not going to score any goals. So don't even worry about that.
Yeah. So you know one thing, even if he's not a scoring goal, Timo being isolated, he still huffs and puffs. That's one thing. The
thing is, it makes all these runs that you have to pay attention to him.
But Dada, can I challenge you on this school of thought?
Yes.
It works for him with teams that have highlights.
Oh, true. Yeah, true.
Like teams that will play you. What was Lampard's biggest?
Like Bayern. You do with a Bayern, you'll be Christmas.
You see now, exactly. Like, well, let's also talk about teams that were not even up to Chelsea's level that that Lampard struggled against. Let's be honest. The moment they all laid back, that was it. There was no creativity, nothing. And that was also one of the issues I had with Tammy, because Tammy isn't a Jew that you can play off. You understand? So how is space going to be created for Timo?
I should have buried that now.
Bad miss.
Chelsea problem. We just
It was good goalkeeping as well.
Yeah,
it was really good
Oh,
goalkeeping.
actually, he didn't connect with it at all.
Yeah, but no, the ball was bouncing. See,
Yeah.
the ball was bouncing. Let's take it off the bounce, and it was good goalkeeping. The keeper
Off the top of your head, mention 3 players who will never miss that.
Harry Kane.
Are you talking about Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, 3
Harry
players
Kane.
who would never miss that opportunity.
Harry Kane, Aguero, Cristiano Ronaldo.
In the league, in the Premier League, in the league,
Premier
yeah.
League,
Harry Kane,
Aguero, who will be the third guy?
That's it.
A lot of players will not miss that though.
No, Cavani.
Someone said Drogba.
Rashford.
Rashford won't miss that.
Rashford ain't missing that. Yeah.
No.
Rashford ain't missing that.
Drogba ain't missing that.
But that about Drogba is we'll probably bring it on his chair so he can shoot it.
Yeah, I mean,
Drogba has to catch that ball first.
I think big chances are one of those things that people always say one person will never miss something. Players miss big, very good thing that they miss chances too now. So,
and we just mean like probability of missing. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Like players that you put your mortgage that they won't miss.
Some players' conversion rate is unreal.
Suarez.
Yeah. Some players' conversion rate.
I like this Kepa slick here.
As much as I agree,
look at this joke.
As much as I agree with that 100% about the run Timo is making, right? The truth of the matter is, if Tammy is one-on-one, we ban those goals. He's a finisher, but his contribution to game is suspect.
I won't even say suspect. I'll say damn near non-existent.
It's fair point.
But he's a finisher.
That's the thing. So you set up, if you really care for the guy, you set up a team around him. But then again, the coach
look at that run, guys. I appreciate that run. No, there's nothing the goalie could have done. Because nothing. So what do you do? Do you then you stay in the middle and you leave Timo open?
Oh, I see what she's saying. Look at where he is. See where he's standing. Why is he there?
Because Timo was coming at him. He wasn't sure if Timo was going to cut inside or was going to it was tough.
I can't see what she's saying though.
There was nothing the goalie can do. There was. What does she expect him to do? I'm actually curious.
Because what a gamble done was there was going to be a misplaced pass, which is fair to gamble.
Before
it's a tough one to call. It's a tough one to call.
Before she blames the goalie, she should blame. Before she blames the goalie, my personal opinion would be to blame the defender first, who was on the wrong side of the attacker that scored. He's supposed to be on the other side cutting that pass.
Yes.
Well,
I'm like joke. We are grinding this game.
We are what?
I said we are grinding this
game. There's a lot of game to go.
Oh, Gundogan has come in.
When
did he come in? What did he come in for? I didn't catch that. Who did he come in for?
Good one? Yeah.
Who did he come in for? I missed that. I think I went to go and get. I went to go and get my cornbread.
It was quick too. Who did he come in for again? I can't remember.
They didn't show it. They didn't show it. I think they just showed the.
I think he has taken out Rodri.
Yeah, it took out Rodri. Yes, Rodri.
I don't see Rodri anymore. He's taking out Rodri.
Good one too. That's another player.
Rodri's still playing. Rodri did take out.
That's the player who has had a good season too.
Oh no, Rodri's out. Sorry, yes, Rodri's out. That's Cancelo. He's taking out Rodri.
Don't do nothing stupid, bro. Nice. Man, I was so happy to have Kante fit for this game. Crucial.
Joanna says I was keeper out. Joanna said, why was keeper out?
Even if the keeper stayed in the box,
Should have gone out at all.
It still wasn't.
He was going out already, like let's close him down. But when I was already away and GH was wide open, that's fair. Oh, you can say Ferran Torres. Okay, so he brought Gundogan or Ferran Torres.
The only thing, my opinion, man, what's his name coming out for that was a risk, man. He would just collect red card for no reason.
Zach Stephen, the guy. Oh yeah, that's true. Rodri's still on the pitch.
Yeah, Rodri's on the pitch.
They need a game breaker.
They need a what now?
A game breaker. That's what City needs. Like someone like Mahrez. Mahrez
He's
is a
gonna
game
bring
breaker.
in Mahrez before 75 minutes.
How many subs can he do?
3, right?
No, I think FA is 5.
FA is 5. Oh wow.
I think so. It's only Premiership that is not allowing. That's allowing just 3. The FA Cup is 5.
Why Americans? Why is it saying J Juice?
Jesus.
Man,
Gabriel
Americans, man.
Jesus.
Either say Jesus or say Jesus. What's J Juice?
Hey.
Thiago Silva is man.
Oh, open net.
Thiago.
Wow.
Yeah,
Diaz should be scoring that. Diaz should have scored that. That was
But
open
then
net,
look at the
Diaz.
angle that the ball is coming in, though.
Nah.
No, he should be scoring that. It's a
Oh,
free
yeah,
header now.
you're
Look
right.
at it
You're
now.
right.
No,
That was
no,
Zuma.
it's not that easy.
That was Zuma.
It's not that easy.
You're right.
I said, well,
Yeah, I take that back. That is right. You're right. He had to turn his head. You're right. He wasn't facing. He wasn't facing the goalpost. I take that back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wasn't an easy chance.
You just say where's Aguero? Aguero is injured.
Aguero is in Buenos Aires.
Newcastle's 5 subs. That's true.
Header to header. It's
Two
too
leg.
fast.
No, Joanna, not 2 leg. It's 4 leg.
It's a knockout game. It's a knockout game. There's no other leg.
Man, that's how you know. That's how you know Arsenal fans, man. They've not played in a lot of cup competitions to chase goal.
They are defending champions, though. Oh, that's nice one. Right.
That was a 2 leg.
That's a good one.
The next 10 minutes of this game is going to be crucial.
Second leg, laugh out loud.
The next 10 minutes of this game is going to be crucial.
I absolutely agree.
Thiago, please, get your back right, bro. Get your back right.
No tension.
Man, get your back right, bro.
Someone said we still won it last year. We trashed your team. That you clap back.
That's true, though. That's true. Respect. No. That's facts. Facts. No cap. No cap. I mean, at the end of the day, they are defending champions. You still got to put some respect on their name. So
City are not really doing that well. City are not playing well.
They are not. Chelsea have ruffled them.
Yes, I think it's more of what Chelsea is doing than City.
Yeah. Chelsea are really playing well.
I really don't think people understand how Tuchel implements his own back three.
Oh boy!
Like,
let Tuchel win now. You don't do. Tuchel, let him win the cup first. Tuchel.
Like the back three is supposed to be a defensive.
Man, where's Zuma when you need him? Where's Zuma when you need him?
Yeah, he's the best header of the ball. Pass glory things.
Zuma is aka area father.
Someone say pass glory things. Talking about, I'm sure that's responsible.
What's that referring to?
Talking about? That's referring to Arsenal being defending champions.
No. Last year is not past glory now. No.
Someone say Titi is thinking about the final next week. They're not thinking about the final, I think. I mean, Pep will not let them do that. I just think that Chelsea's playing better than them. It's as simple as that.
The next 10 minutes is going to be crucial.
Yeah.
This Jesus guy, man. Suspect striker.
Who? Jesus?
Man like
Firmino.
Man like Firmino. False striker.
Ooh, that's a good
Too
pass.
short noises.
That was a
Too
good
short
pass.
noises. Too short noise. Too much. I beg.
I'll be lying. Me say don't tire.
Okay. No, all right, no more talking about two.
What is
Pass
that?
that throw.
That pass
Pass
was
that.
on. What was that?
You talking about that
Yeah,
Roger
that's-
pass, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that was
pass
bad
was
pass.
on.
Man, how come we're not talking about Sterling though?
Yeah, he's been off. He's been off this season. He's been off. First Sterling has been off this season.
That man Sterling too thick.
Oh, that was Sterling passing. That was a bad pass. By
Yeah,
Sterling.
that was
Sterling has
bad.
been off this season. Yes, he's
Yeah,
been
he has
really
been
off.
this season. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a good to decent start, but like I think it's like Christmas, he's just falling off a cliff, and that's why he's not a starter anymore in Pepsi level. Like when it's a very big game, he doesn't start Sterling anymore. I'm surprised Pep has not brought in
Mahrez, right?
Interesting.
What's he waiting for?
I do not know. I don't know that this game is going away from him.
Man, soldiers, Aspilicueta, man, soldier.
Oh man, City is going to lose this game.
Legendary status.
End up from quadruple to double. That's possible. That's a high possibility.
Guys? Guess what, guys? That's not a bad thing. It's like, oh, I'm not a millionaire. I mean, I'm not a billionaire, but guess what? I have 800 million. I'll take it. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Cry me a river. I got a double. Man,
that's fair.
I'll take it in a heartbeat.
Hey, I'll take one of it in a heartbeat. Meaning the league. I'll take the league in a heartbeat.
I think my wife is upstairs. Well, I didn't get Beyonce, but they gave me Kelly Rowland. I'll take it.
But wait, though, on stats, Kelly Rowland is okay. Let me not just say anything that put me in trouble.
Your life is not short yet.
I'll cut my.
No, Idris, it should be the other way around. You're right. My bad. You're right. It should be the other way around. Ooh, be careful, boys. Be careful. No, you're right, Idris. It's the other way around.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah. Thanks for correcting me, sir. Thanks for correcting me.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you need to stick up for each other.
For real.
You know, there are sometimes coaches just like some players for whatever thing they do for them, whether it's some small thing that they like. I have never understood Pep's loyalty to Gabi Jesus. He's not a bad striker. I'm not one of those people that think he's trash. I think he's a good backup guy. He's a good backup guy. But like in like key games, sometimes he always like dies on this Jesus hill. It's like, why do you like this Jesus guy so much? Like I don't get it. Like why are you always dying on this Jesus hill? You know, Jesus hill. It's like because I feel like sometimes in key games, like he would just
and you know that it
goes missing.
It's almost even the same conversation.
Who else would he have played though?
Well, I understand why he's playing him, but I'm saying when you see that something's not working now, it's like you have 15 minutes to go now. You're still dying on the hill. 20 minutes to go. You should have brought somebody in, switch it up. Like every time, this is what I've noticed this season, right? And correct me if I'm wrong. Anytime Pep goes away from this is false 19, they struggle. Like anytime they won games is when they are stuck with his false nine. When he goes away to okay, let me play Gabi Jesus, let me play striker. They struggle. He did against us, they lost. He did against Leeds, they lost. They are losing now. He did the same thing again. He started Gabi Jesus.
What's Renner doing? When I ran all the way, I fell over.
Was that a shot? This team was man.
He fell over.
This guy is
man.
He ran all the way, got into position.
Classic Timo. Imagine if your life depended on that guy converting chances. Just go and shoot yourself.
Giovanni says Jesus.
When I said in the last podcast,
Giovanni, I agree. Jesus is useless.
You know when I said the last podcast, I never seen a guy work so hard and still end up having a shitty outcome. Werner actually blew my mind, man.
Yeah.
Like he works so hard. Like he actually does work so hard. And you're like,
that's why Tuchel likes him. EJ says now the goalie stayed in place. EJ, don't die on that hill. It's okay. This is two different scenarios. You can see how close the defender was to him.
Yeah.
The defender was side by side with him. Two different scenarios. EJ likes to die on the hill. EJ, we know you.
I think an answer for EJ is look at the defender that cut off the option for Timo. there was no option for him to square or take a near cross shot at goal. So the goalie obviously is comfortable standing in his line. But when he sees that there's a guy running and there are two options, he has to run out, he has to cover the passing lane, he has to cut. Like, there was just too much going on in that first goal, and I don't think we can just put it on the.
This is when is a big fluke. Yeah, it's looking like it this season.
It's looking like it. It's looking like. But you know what though? It is, according to Idris, when I missed 14 chances.
No, did you see the video?
But you guys, you know what sucks about winning too is the skill to be able to run.
Bro, did you see the video? It was counted. Yeah. Like open, like it's sad. I feel there's actually a clip of him this season. Open nets 1-on-1. Examples like that the guy just nothing.
Ooh, Emerson is in. Are we closing shop?
Are you still asking that?
We're closing shop.
Dude,
I thought I won't go to.
It's 10 minutes to go.
Fully, he's closing shop. So it's almost 10 minutes to go.
So you see, even if it's not closing shop, I know, like, honestly, watching, he has done this. He did this against Champions League second goal that Atletico, we won, that Emerson scored. Emerson is still going to go forward, but tactically, he's a defensive-minded player, so he will press. He will
manage. Is he mad? Are they mad?
Are they sure?
He will manage. I don't think he's closing shop. I actually think he's managing the game.
Really? They didn't need to check that. They didn't need to check that.
Yeah, there's nothing in there. Chelsea is a cup team though in England. Yeah, but you talked about this a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. Like when it comes to cups, like they are a very good cup team. They do this every time. They'll find a way to get to
the game over, man. The game ain't over.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying generally. Like every time, every season, or every other season, Chelsea gets to some final or the other.
Yes. But I think it has to also do with the mandate of how the club is set up, though. Right?
True.
Like winning things is like a corporate philosophy,
priority.
Right? It's a priority. It's a mandate. It's a KPI. Everyone's bonus is tied to it. Even the jersey man is all tied to winning trophies.
Hey, Dada, this might make you happy. Rumor has that the papi that you love is coming to Tottenham if Jose doesn't win.
Who?
Sorry. It's actually fitting up. Yeah.
I think love is a stretch. I won't go as far as I love him.
Love is a stretch.
That's a stretch.
You know that love side is a stretch.
I don't even know that.
Just defended him that.
Let me correct his name.
I don't even know his middle name.
I
think Sayo disrespected a lot. My lord,
of course it was.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't judged fairly. Ooh, come on, guys. Let's close up shop. Come on, guys. Defend well.
Honestly, in my fairness, I will be first to admit that I was very harsh on the guy, and I've never seen a scenario in my life where somebody sticks to one thing when it's not working. And in Chelsea, it's not like that. And again, the same argument we had about Lampard finished in this place.
You said it's not working? I didn't know work.
No, but I think I'm trying to make a point about how it was not working. The same argument we could have had that we could have fallen out of top 4. Like, these other teams suck, that we had with these other managers. It's the same thing we could have had with Sarri. Like, yeah, we did win the Europa Cup. And after he won the Europa Cup, if you go back to the posts I had on Facebook, I said, man, this guy has already won the right, and I will shut up to go another. And yeah, I actually said that. Like, he won, he put us in Champions League. What more can one ask for? But I just could not see that as sustainable. It wasn't sustainable, bro. Like, he was in Italy and he won the Scudetto and they still got rid of him.
But how did Juve do after?
Juve are struggling.
No, they do well.
They Champions League.
They are struggling, no doubt. I'm not disputing. I'm not disputing that part that you said. Like, I'm happy for the man. The guy has won now in space of 2 years. Whether anybody likes it or not, his bonuses, his contract negotiation he's a Scudetto winner. He's a European champion. And a top 4 this thing in Chelsea, so one has to give it up to him. I
think one thing that we tend to forget too is you can be a good manager and suck at managing up, right? So all these managers too, they have bosses. Like they're good managers like Conte, who they're good at managing, but they forget that at the end of the day, clubs are a corporation,
Hierarchy.
and you still have to make sure that your bosses are happy with you, right? And I think Sarri is one of those people that, you know, he was good at what he did, but he just did not know how to manage other aspects of the game, you know, publicity, saying the right things, you know what I mean? Like, it goes beyond pitch performance.
Sorry for
I agree 100%.
Do you know who has that same problem, but do you know who has that same problem, but has changed drastically? Our man Tuchel. Like Tuchel even admitted it. Like that, I think that PSG gig really changed him. Because I was looking at all his Borussia Dortmund interviews, the way he was approaching the games. Like, very different manager. And I think it prepared him for this Chelsea job, in my own opinion. Wow. Well.
What a miss.
It would have been pulled back from offside.
They've had a couple of misses, to be honest.
Man, this is back. Man, what was he doing last night, bro? You shouldn't put your back into it.
When Silva no day game, man.
That was just said. Chelsea need to push City up the field. They're playing too deep in their half. I agree. Zuma has to come in.
Oh man.
DJ says, "Are these people interested in scoring?" You're right. City have been poor in this game. Very, very poor.
Man, this is going to be some nervy last 6 minutes.
But guys, you have to also give up the fact that Guardiola's bringing in Gundogan changed the way they're moving the ball.
Why is it not brought in Mahrez? I'm just shocked now.
That's surprising. That part is surprising.
I don't understand why you bringing Mahrez in this game. This is just weird. Like, bro, are you bringing Mahrez in?
Yeah, this is a game for Mahrez, honestly.
Yeah. It's like,
But then there's the word about the defensive liability on the wings.
I mean, you're losing. What difference does it make? 2-0, 1-0.
You're losing.
That's why I look at it. You're losing already. So
hey, Rudiger, don't do anything fancy, man. Just do the basic, bro. Yes, do the basic.
Rudiger reminds me of David Luiz. The partnership between Rudiger and Thiago Silva. David Luiz and Thiago in PSG, or David Luiz and Thiago in Brighton.
Yeah.
He's like that elder statesman that calms the things down.
I agree.
When Big Brother is not at the back, everybody starts to misbehave.
Yeah.
So they are saving players for final. What final?
But final
they have a 1 week.
They
have 1 week break. Wait, they're playing midweek. Oh, they are playing midweek also for league. They are playing on Wednesday.
But the league that they've won.
But they've not won it. They seem to me. They just get 10 points. You see, keep saying they won. They don't won.
No. Go to the group chat. Go and delete this guy. I don't they complain about it. Go to the group chat. What be named Prince Anaba don't start in nonsense. So you don't see how Chelsea easily avoid City's high press. He did. Please go and so much you mute this guy.
Dude, let me just give you a bit of history. Like Prince Anaba is a fortress in that forum. A fortress. The amount of petition I get on a monthly basis to delete Anaba is high.
At least he has stopped his new pixel.
Man, that guy is
you can see, like, bro. And that guy took a lot of stick shot. I remember.
Anaba is someone that I'll still like to meet at some point, and I have a feeling that it's not one person. There are like 5 people that manage that personality. No, Anaba is not one person. It's a front. It's a front. It's a pseudonym.
Oh my goodness, this is fucking crazy. I've never heard that. God damn, man. I fear the guy.
I think this is the epic final here.
I'm more better. Sorry, sir.
I said this is go ahead. I was just saying this is the epic final here. Whoever wins
Thiago is done.
Man, it's about to be some nervy last 5 minutes.
Very nervy time.
Because we
But I don't think that's not anything. I don't think Chelsea have anything to worry about.
I'm watching the goal. See that pass that they gave Werner? That's what he's been needing all season.
We don't need hey, Zuma, please. So Zuma, please. You know, I noticed about Zuma when he left everything to Chelsea, his skin got fresher. Like it looks like all these players, man, they be eating better at all these clubs.
This guy.
I don't know, man. I just noticed that. Like it's you know, what I mean, they get like skin routine for Chelsea players.
So they don't have it.
Same thing with Van Dijk. When Van Dijk left Southampton to Liverpool, his skin got better.
That's fair.
EJ, can you adopt all the City players on the spot right now, please? All of them.
Can somebody wire money to Prince Anaba to do his thing right now? That's what me I'm actually.
No, what you need is Francis. You need Francis right now. You need a Francis level of jazz to make.
No, Francis. Oh, sorry, I said Prince Anaba. I apologize.
No, it's Francis.
Oh, it's Francis, you meant. Okay.
I'm sorry, my
and there's a conspiracy that both of them are the same people. Yeah, you don't hear that from me.
Francis, so I fear that guy's prediction. Sorry.
No, Francis is a legend. Francis is a legend.
A movie legend. Since because Chelsea has this, City almost never come back after falling behind. That's true.
That's what everybody says. There's the first time for everything. Let's calm down.
I mean, they did come back. They did come back behind on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, didn't they come back against Dortmund?
They did. That's true.
The game is over.
You know when the game is over, when they blow whistle and people have changed jersey. Because I remember United scoring a goal after the blow.
You see, exactly. I was going to say that. I said,
whistle doesn't count again.
Exactly.
Until all the players are home and they showered.
Early season against Brighton. Then they blow whistle and we still got penalty.
Exactly.
But what's was special?
So it's not about whistle again, no.
They've left the field. That's what you know.
They've left the field. They've changed.
I'm still laughing at David's post where he literally went ham. See, he said, "Please delete him and fuck this post." The fear, man. The real fear.
I my prediction was right. I said it was going to be one goal. I just think it was a one goal game.
No, game is not over. Which one is prediction, dude? Everybody should just calm down.
EJ says, no way back for City. My neutral self 30 minutes, I can't adopt these failures. EJ is trying to throw a jazz.
EJ. But you can't adopt failures, but I think
it goes a different way. You know that Dada is going to remove you from being admin, EJ. You know that, right?
Man.
Chelsea's under final. Wow.
Can we all calm down?
We are not jinxing it. Calm down.
5 minutes. You know what 5 minutes is?
I predicted 2 weeks ago Chelsea was going to beat City. Relax, bro. And EJ can attest to that. I was on record saying this. So.
Yeah, but you're also on the record that City was going to win this morning.
Yeah, I changed it. I was like, the rotation. But at least my first prediction was right. But
then your second prediction would have been right too.
Hey, it's simple. It's all speed. I'm always right, even when I'm wrong. That's the approach I use.
But why is it 5? Why is it 5 minutes though? Like,
who fell again?
There's stoppages though, Idris. Come on, man.
Okay. But who fell again now?
But game on the flow now.
But who fell again now? As a Pauletta?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That should have been a red.
EJ said I called this for sure.
Same way EJ called it. I've never seen anyone that is elated about Tuchel's failure than EJ. She made it her personal mission to see that man fail. Instead of saving lives and dispensing drugs, she's dispensing hate towards Chelsea.
There are a couple of other people are like that, but I won't name names.
And then some people went as far as saying, "Oh, Tuchel is boring." Man, please see.
That's a Chelsea don't score. Do we did? Offside. Okay, I was going to celebrate for that.
It was offside. But look at that composure, guys. That's the same opportunity that when I had. FYI.
Slightly offside. Yeah, Pulisic is a bad guy now. You want to call Pulisic? I think Pulisic is better than West.
Man, football has a way of being cruel. Oh. Please, not today. Not today. The gods, not today. Take a break. Take a break. The gods of football need to take a break.
City look clueless in this game, man.
I just watched the replay of that Pulisic goal, man. Like, bro, the boy's a baller, man.
It was the same opportunity. Timo
had. Yep.
Same. But yeah, but then again, too, confidence though. Confidence.
2-0, no, it's offside.
Is it? But I don't think it's confidence for Werner. I that one did. Okay, let me take that back. That one did, but I also believe it has a lot to do with.
But this is how you know EJ is a liar, guys. So she types Captain America. Oh dang! That means you knew it was offside, but then you simply oh dang. I see there's a delayed reaction. Who you fooling? Captain America. Oh dang!
That is going for EJ today.
Like you knew it was offside now.
They won't let you in here.
Come on, guys.
I kept passing for you. That was a red message.
Come on, guys. No.
Come on, man. It's only 1 minute now. What's your problem?
Because goals in the last minutes don't count, right? Who fell again?
It's good for you. What before that?
That's it.
This guy won't get up for the next 10 minutes. Just watch it. The game is over.
Pep did not play. Man City fans will be up in arms, man. Like Pep did not play.
Man, I'm so mad. I'm the only one appreciating this Kepa slick look, man. The guy looks like an Italian mafia boss.
Mafia cuts.
EJ probably appreciates it too.
Oh my God, EJ. I can just feel the hate with every keystroke that you type. I can feel it.
Joke City. Leicester may never win tomorrow.
I can feel it.
Maybe now, Bucci will put some respect on Tuko's name now.
Blow now, Rev, blow now. Rev now.
I just lost the lead after going up. I don't think I've under Tuko. I've not even seen them lose a lead.
No, we never lost the lead under.
Rev, blow. Rev, blow now.
Game is over, man. What is your problem?
Rev. Come on, Rev.
Dude.
Come on, Rev.
This guy said parking boss won again. Just didn't park no boss.
But Rev now.
Who is that person?
What is he playing for?
Johanu, come out, and they can't look for
you. Forgot this guy was on the floor.
What's this dude playing for?
Facebook page. He's been all over the place. It's like you will see no good thing in what we're doing. You will see no good thing in what we're doing. And that's it, right?
Congrats, Chelsea.
Congrats.
EJ finally applauds Tuko. I applaud Tuko for this.
I mean, keep your applaud. Keep it. Pocket it.
He said that I said keep your applause. He said no applause for me.
You have this one talking about you people pack boss. Yeah, sure.
That went Wale. That went Wale on EJ. Give your applause.
Nice.
So people pack boss. Joanne, keep quiet. That's literally what Arsenal did last season to win FA Cup. People pack the boss with FA Cup and counter. That's literally what Arsenal did last season. There's nothing wrong with that.
But to be quite frank, though, to be very, very honest, though, and I mean no disrespect by this, I think you have to. Anything an Arsenal fan says about football, you have to take it with a grain of salt. I'm sorry. I mean, this is the same way that we're celebrating.
Oh my goodness, man!
Beginning of the season.
So if an Arsenal fan says Chelsea deserve to win this game, you take it with a grain of salt.
For real.
Buji, you're gonna take this comment with a grain of salt.
Buji, it's
that
like
comment on the screen.
it's like you taking primary school physics and you're calling yourself an astrophysicist. That's not, virtual.
So that comment on screen.
Virtual hug. That I just do virtual hug, so you can hug as Idris. Yeah, virtual hug.
She can go and hug solar panel.
No, not even on solar panel. She's not going to happen to her actually. She on solar panel.
No, but all jokes apart, though, would you consider this parking bus?
No, it's not.
City did not create chances.
No.
Chelsea dominated it.
Yeah, Chelsea just dominated the game.
I don't know what he's watching.
Yeah, because parking bus would mean that you have to create chances. City did not. Chelsea created way more chances than City. So, yeah.
Everybody going to watch this game right now. Feel like they have a chance against Pep or slowing Pep down. Like, for real. Like, I think this is the second loss.
Man, I don't know, man. If you're gonna say that, man, you fuck around and get beat. It's City. It's still Pep, man. It's Pep. I'm sorry. Like, you can go and watch this game 10 times, man. You're gonna try anything, man. You fuck around and get beat. You have yourself to blame.
I just thought about it. I was like, God damn.
It's Pep, man. It's Pep.
It's one of those moments where, I thought you thought wrong.
Next thing you know, man, you're over there thinking, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Sure. By the time you get started, man, it's like Tyson now. Everybody got a plan until you get punched in the face.
Yep. Everybody has a plan to get punched in the face. I agree.
I gotta say, legendary. The coach has done such an amazing job in playing to all the players' strength, and in picking Timo. Timo, I think, hasn't played in the last 2 games or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
2-3 games. Yeah.
For this, so that's a coach that actually sees the use of this player and playing him on the shoulder runs. And honestly, like, amazing. For me, the players did an amazing job, but to me, all this is coach. And I think this is the first time Tuchel, I think 1 in 6, beating out Pep Guardiola, because he's played against him a few times when he was in Bayern, when Pep was in Bayern, and never was able to beat him. But in these times, first times ever beat him. But yeah, in the FA Cup, amazing feat.
Okay. That final wrap up about the game.
Honestly, man,
we have to be man of the match also.
Be my man of the match. I can't say for me.
Let me pick out the comments. Okay. First person that I missed says, play back for. Let me start with Joanne, still on his rant. Play back for and let's see. Okay, Joanne, we've heard you. You're a hater. We know. Let's move on. Somebody responded, said, this was no way parking balls, obviously. Chelsea dominated this game. Yinka says, what does Yinka say?
No.
Comments are slow.
No. People will not be as great as Sir Alex in
England.
No. Let's you guys didn't create any more chances than City. Let's not do that. I mean, they have
EJ watching a different game.
No. Can someone look up the stats? No. Someone can just look up the stats.
Let me look up the stats.
There's no need to argue. This kind of things. There's no need to argue. If she's right, then that's fine.
Okay. Yes, she's right.
Okay, then
ball possession. Chelsea 45%, City 55%. Total shots. Really? Chelsea 5, City 11. Hold on. 6 chances created for Chelsea, 10 chances created for City. However, this is the other one that is more important. Big chances, Chelsea 3, City 1.
That's what I'm going to go to. That's what matters the most. Big chances.
Chelsea created the better.
So if you allow the created chances, we'll count that one that's still in Sky.
Oh, also, guys, there's one more stat that also matters the most. Chelsea 1, City 0.
Big chances created. I've had this discussion with a lot of people, but yeah, some people just want to run to That's what I look at every time when I watch it. I don't care about possession. I go to big chances. When I see the big chances, I'm like, yep, they were the better team. Second last, Joanne says.
Dada, you didn't see the video I posted in the group about that 14 chances. This thing about Timo. You didn't click on it.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
What are you
so
saying?
It's kind of crazy.
I know what that is. Let me just go to finish comments. Then we can go back to man of the match. You watch a different game.
You watch a different game. I think.
Nah, you're a hater. I'm neutral here, and I don't care. And I'm going to say how it is. You can see my Messi, flying my Messi colors here. What's my business? I was supporting the referee. Can you all see now? No, you are doing that's wrong. Chelsea had big chances. Okay, that I said man of the match was Kante, N'Golo Kante.
No, that's a very tough one. I don't even know who my man of the match.
You know who my man of the match is, and it's very controversial. I know you guys will laugh at me. My man of the match is the guy I'm criticizing the most.
Is who?
My man of the match is the guy I criticize the most.
Who? Timo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to call.
I was going to say that too. Because he made the
he made the goal. He made the chances.
He made a lot of chances.
I agree.
I mean,
he made a lot of chances. That's right.
He made a lot of chances. He had a few shots on goal.
Yeah.
Come on. Even the one that
Silva.
Okay, that's a good mention too. Silva is a good mention, honestly.
Every other person in the comments, we just run for the next 10 minutes. Leave us your man of the match while we wrap up. I'll just say for sure, for me, the thing that's most impressive about Tuchel, even though Buchi was calling me the Tuchel praise the worshiper. Was it last week you're doing that? The thing that's most impressive for me about Tuchel is this, because I like to be very objective, right? I think a lot of people like this club alliance thing when they want to analyze coaches. I think Tuchel's squad management has been very, very good. The fact that he has to get results, right? This is Chelsea. You have to get results. They don't care. I don't care. We don't care that I came in January. If you don't meet minimum, they'll probably say they might not fire him, but they might consider putting him straight on pressure. Like, you didn't make top 4. We brought you a top 4. They want trophies. So they minimum he has to get results. The other thing is, while he's doing this, he's conducting an audit, right? Pretty much of next season.
Oh yeah.
Who are the players I need to keep going forward? Who will not be useful to how I want to do? And he said that he has to keep the squad happy. He has to do all of this in a COVID-packed season. And he's quickly came in and identified what their major problem is, which was Chelsea was conceding of goals in transition, in defense, and said, okay, you know what? I'm going to lock that down and bank on my few goals I can score. I know I have a better chance of stopping somebody from scoring and keeping EKG and nicking games. And it's been working, it's been working. So anybody looking at this and has not seen what he's done, I think it's impressive because he's beating very big teams all through. It's not as if he's out like a kind run.
I think.
So.
No, he's done very well. Sometimes, you just have to give people kudos when they do a good job. It's not I like, some people would say sometimes we like the new toy thing, and so I don't want us to be too overeager with praising the new toy. That was just the thing, but that's the thing I was doing. But to be honest, Tuchel has done a good job. I don't see too much to criticize him about. There's really not much he has done bad.
There is absolutely nothing to criticize.
Yeah.
And I'm a diehard Lampard fan. There is nothing to criticize about the guy.
No, I agree.
The guy comes in, the solution was there. The previous guy.
But sorry, Idris, I was just gonna say too, let's not get carried away. I think Chelsea stopped City from playing their game. Now, don't get me wrong, they were not at their 100%, but I think a lot of what we saw was not just City having a bad day at the office, but it was just, if you look at that midfield, as someone said, it was packed. It was packed for a reason. Yeah, City didn't get a lot of space. All that run, all those 1-2 runs that Sterling does, they cut all that crap out. Even before De Bruyne got injured. Now, to be fair too, at De Bruyne finished the game, De Bruyne is the kind of player that, you give him 5 minutes, he can do something magical, right? So they were missing that element of that. But even when De Bruyne were playing, all those nice passes that cut through the midfield, all that was cut off. They cut off their supply. So I think a lot of it had to do with, a very, very good tactical game. And also, too, let's be honest, mentally, when you go for a lot of trophies, sports is a mental thing. It's hard for you to give 100% on all fronts. It's just, it's mentally impossible. So, yeah. So,
to be focused for 90 minutes at high tempo at your maximum physical capacity, it's really difficult. People, again, we're talking about fans, right? Fans be talking as if the UFC fans, boo, because they're not seeing a knockout, right? Jump in the ring. Like, you know, like it's like if you knew what it took to do some of this stuff, just even working out, it's tough, man. Like some of these guys are gonna have off days, as I said. It's really difficult. To me, if I could give the coach man of the match, I'll give the coach man of the match, man. I swear to God, because let's be real. Like we haven't felt like this for a very long time in Chelsea, where it's like never in doubt. Conte, Mourinho, Ancelotti was what we felt. This guy looked like a bunch of players. Not that they're good. They're not like, I won't compare, like, aside Thiago Silva, I won't compare players to a John Terry or these other kinds of players. But I would say they're not bad. But if you play them in the wrong system, we will suffer. It's simple. There's no rocket science. It's not rocket science.
So see the comments I just saw on Twitter. It says, in 3 months at Chelsea, Tuchel has beaten Pep, Klopp, Simone twice, Mourinho, Carlo Ancelotti, and without conceding a single goal in those 6 matches.
Wow, that's impressive.
And that comment I said, but this is not about Tuchel. This is just
top two.
This is another comment I said. This is not about Tuchel. Before I get called the Tuchel praise worshiper again. Is someone says, I preferred pandemic football before teams figured out how effective stale possession could be in this environment. It's a lady I follow on Twitter, Grace on Football. She's so amazing. Like, if you think about it, right, teams that like Chelsea can know how to do the stale possession thing. There's some sarcasm in what she's trying to mean. She's just like, everybody's knackered in the pandemic. I think that's what people think about. A lot of teams are knackered. So the team that can keep ball away, create less transitions on them, and be able to nick goals that the teams are doing well right now. When you just look at it, those are the teams. Chelsea's doing that. City's doing that. Those are the people that are thriving in pandemic football. The teams that were high energy are the people struggling to adapt to this pandemic still possession. Liverpool struggling. United is kind of finding a way to be that way now. You know, like just keep the ball. Well, we are not that great at it, but at least we are better than we were. And that is why when I noticed that trend, that was one of the reasons why I was kind of confident. I told that offline. I'm kind of confident Chelsea's going to Champions League final. I said it like since Atletico game. Like I just saw that like Tuchel has, you know, one of the people that quickly figured out, you know what, players are knackered. So I'm going to use my squad. I'm going to create a blueprint where we're going to concede the minimum less chances and try and make a goal. And that way we have an advantage. People now have to come and attack us. We can hit them on the break. I can play my game-breaking players, Ziyech, when on the run, on the speed. So that's why I think Chelsea is going to the final, just because of how well they defend and how well they give up quality chances. They give up one of the few quality chances in when you watch it. They don't give up quality chances. Chelsea don't. Yeah. You know, and you're always going to stand a chance in a tournament to be playing that way.
So you're technically saying there's a possibility Tuchel wins the FA Cup and the Champions League in 6 months.
Uncle, please respect.
Absolutely, it's possible.
We don't talk.
Absolutely, it's possible. Do I have a question, Buchi? Absolutely, it's possible. I still don't think Chelsea will win Champions League. I think they are winning the FA Cup. That's my opinion. I'm not trying to jinx them, but I don't think Chelsea might not win Champions League. Depending on, you know, I think City or PSG in the final one-off will probably still be able to beat them. But when you're in the final, bro, anything can happen. I'm not going to rule out Chelsea because they have good players. They have N'Golo Kante, who's back. Let me land. When you have a coach, when you have a coach who has created a system where you give up like so less quality chances, and you have N'Golo Kante back to close to his best, the guy we know, that system will work perfectly for you. Where he's going to cut down all the space, and you can hit teams on the break. They don't give up less chances, you know. So that's my opinion. Go ahead, Idris.
No, I was just gonna piggyback off you. Like this coach is so flexible. Like that's the crazy thing. We know from me following him from. Sorry.
He is. No, I was agreeing with you. He is. He's a flexible coach. I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, like it's I following. Oh yeah, for following from Borussia Dortmund to PSG, he's a 4-3-3 coach. That's his style. He comes to Chelsea, sees the problem, you know, just kind of like contains it. Then gets the best out of the players. And in fact, we went from conceding goals to not even allowing teams snuff goals. You know, Like, and he still tries to play offensive football in that same manner. Tactically, the guy is amazing. And,
that's right.
And so even how I used to be afraid of like coach's second year, because if you went to 2020 podcast, I predicted Lampard would get fired this season. If you remember, I said it. I said this guy will get us to top four. You get fired next season. It's a Chelsea way, but I don't think Tuchel will get fired next season. I sincerely don't. I think he's going to narrow the gap much more. That in Chelsea's best interest, I think the board will be more inclined to keep him. Because what's the next option out there?
Yeah, I agree. But going to next season, I think a lot of things will determine, right? Squad construction is critical, in my opinion, right? Because next season the differences
signing
squad construction is going to determine. So that's why I mean, you're signing the squad. I mean who's staying and who's leaving. It's going to be critical to how Chelsea progress next year, right? I think it's going to be.
We have a lot of contracts.
That's all I can say.
We have a lot of contracts in Chelsea that are coming up, and they're very critical.
When was the last time? When was the last time City did not score a goal? I can't remember.
Against United, I think.
Against United?
2-0. Yeah,
2-0. That's true. So. Yeah.
That's the last time they didn't consider. Yeah. They didn't score.
Against Leeds. Was that not the last? But that was the last game they played.
No, they scored against Leeds.
They scored against Leeds.
They scored like one goal. I think Leeds was what? 3-1 or 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
2-1. Bucci, any final comments? Because I have to jump off.
No, I agree with most of the vibe. Tuchel is looking good. Tuchel is looking good. He has a social vibe to him, except with maybe he might complete it. The social vibe is he's beating Pep, semifinals and all of these things lining up. Let's hope he converts them to wins. Looking forward to next season. Chelsea fans have a lot to smile about. They might be smiling with trophies or not, but going to the summer, you guys have a lot to look forward to. Though top four might be the main thing, you might need that. I'm not sure you're going to get it. I have a feeling Leicester fall out of the top four. It's a feeling I have. I think he falls out. Chelsea
and Liverpool. And Liverpool. I think Liverpool gets in too. I really do.
Yeah, I think West Ham out too. Yeah, but I already said Liverpool.
I think Southampton will win tomorrow.
So who are Southampton playing? Leicester, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is this Southampton?
Yeah, Southampton. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. Southampton. Yeah.
You think Southampton beat Leicester? I don't think so.
You know why? I think it also goes to the whole mentality thing, right? So I think Leicester would mentally be focused on the league game, and that would be their priority. That's just a prediction. That's just a prediction, and also too. I won't
let Brendan Rodgers off. I won't let him off on that one.
I know. Southampton is one of those teams that, you're back against the wall. They can come at you.
I know.
It'll be interesting.
I just will not let Brendan Rodgers off on that one, Sha.
Oh, of course.
Now he's done the hard part. He beat Manchester United. You now go and play Southampton. And now, I'm not going to let him off on that one. I'm going to go.
No way. That's what he's been doing in the league. What are you talking about? That's what the man's been doing in the league. He's been doing that like a month.
But beginning of season, he was doing better. He was beating the teams he should beat and getting the additional wins.
He failed here last season as well. He kept knocked out the FA Cup. He dropped. So I'm not going to be surprised if it happens. I expect them to win, given the overall form. But there's something ticking on there in Leicester that maybe people are ignoring it because it's Leicester. But he benched players last week. He dropped some players last week. We don't really know what happened. It seems like it's undisciplinary.
He came out. What happened? Yeah.
Wow.
They went to a party. So Madison, Chowdhury, and Ayoze Perez. Somebody else went to Ayoze Perez party. Oh, and Harvey Barnes. And they broke lockdown rules. So they had to bench. It's not like so people say he chose no. They had to bench them because that's part of the rules. They could not play.
No, that's what I'm saying. They had some disciplinary issues.
Yeah.
And
at this
this thing might somehow creep up and affect them. I hope not. Because I think he's a manager over that. If you want to say, want to be sentimental about this, apart from the team you support, I would say I want Leicester to be in the top take out one of Chelsea or Liverpool, because over the course of the season, I think they deserve it. However, it's who gets it that deserves it.
Exactly.
So,
It's who gets it.
all
right. I think Idris, do you have any final words so I can wrap it up? Oh, you're okay? You good?
He's still smiling. He had a good day. He's had a good day. He has nothing more to say. Just a smile.
Any final words, Idris? Idris, don't hear us again. Idris cannot.
Sorry. I missed that part. I have nothing to say, man. I'm very happy. I'm about to go and find
I can see the smile. It's just beaming. Look at them. Look at their smile.
Giannu to capable. How does he say his name? I'm going to go and find him.
I must say something though before we go.
Happy Ramadan.
Last thing, I'm surprised that came on to do this live show. It was such a risky one, and knowing who that is, coming to do a live watch-along on the days Chelsea were not favorites. I gotta give you some props for that.
But you know what though?
Because you're a sore loser.
No, I'm not a sore loser. I'm not a good loser.
This final
I don't take
this
losing.
final shots.
Yeah, no, I'm not a sore loser. I detest losing. So find me a happy winner. Find me a happy loser, and I'll show you a loser. You know who said that? I think Mourinho did.
Your mentor.
Yeah, my mentor. Mourinho has given me a lot of life lessons, man. So that'll be another topic for another day. But thanks for hosting us. This was fun. Really appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks for having me again,
my final words. Thanks for coming. Idris, thanks for coming. Happy Ramadan. My parting words is to my man Messi. Let's get that final trophy as you leave Barcelona. You know, see Messi. We're out.